over the winless Culver-Stockton Wildcats. It didn't take the Vikings long to get into the scoring column, and Elliot Hawkins took charge on Valley's second possession of the game.
Hawkins stays in at running back, and they give him the ball. He's got a big hole. Hawkins into the races to the 30, to the 20, and he's going to take it for a 51-yard touchdown. Oh, man, what a block on the left side, and he burst through that opening wall, and he was gone. And, Joe, when you put 8 in the box, if you can get through that first wall, there's nothing but green turf.
Another one of the offensive stars for the Vikings was Ricky Fuentes. He caught a touchdown pass in the first half and then ran for 2 more scores from the Wildcat formation in the second half.
Second down and about 6. And Fuentes going to take it again. Fuentes turns the outside. He is going to get his third touchdown of the game. To the 30, to the 20. Wow. Ricky Fuentes, he has the hat trick. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, and the Vikings have hit the 60-point mark.
The Viking defense sacked Wildcat quarterback Jack Callahan 4 times, and Valley kicker Desi Villanueva was named the Heart of America Special Teams Player of the Week as he booted 2 field goals and was 6 of 7 on extra points. After a week off, the Vikings are back home to take on the Central Methodist University Eagles. The Eagles are 2-4 on the season, losing in Fayette to Benedictine 31-14 2 weeks ago. Today is the first round of games in the South Division in the Heart. CMU at Missouri Valley, and our coverage starts right now.
Well, after a couple of weeks off, it's back to Heart of America Conference football for the Missouri Valley College Vikings as they take on the Central Methodist University Eagles this afternoon on Greg Mitchell Field in Marshall. Small crowd gathering. We hope that crowd increases as we get closer to game time, which is 25 minutes from right now. But, Joe Wall, this is the start of the second half of the season. It's also the start of play in the South Division of the Heart of America.
Well, brand new season for the Vikings. Everybody in the Southern Division 0-0 right now, and it starts out with one of our big rivals, the Central Methodist Eagles. And, you know, I know it's still too early, but this time of the year you start thinking about playoffs in the back of your mind. If the Vikes want to be a serious contender, they're going to really have to run the table these last 5 games. So a chance to be a division champ, and it all starts today, but take it one game at a time.
Take it one at a time, and if you can run the table, in all likelihood you'll be back into those NAIA playoffs. Now, here are the other games today. William Penn is at Peru. In fact, that game is well underway. That was the television game. That started at 11 this morning at the Oak Bowl. Baker at Avila today, and Baker should be the favorite there. That William Penn-Peru game may be over, the way those two teams like to run the football.
Well, that should be a good game. Both of those teams came in here and beat Missouri Valley earlier in the season, so they'll be playing, I believe, at the Oak Bowl up in Peru, Nebraska. And, you know, both those teams like to run the option, like you say, ground attack teams. So I think that will be a pretty even matchup.
Baker at Avila. Baker certainly would be the heavy favorite, I would think, going to that one in Kansas City today.
I don't think much doubt about that. Avila comes here next week.
Grandview is at Graceland. That's homecoming for the Yellow Jackets, and you would think Grandview is the favorite, and they would be the favorite, but don't count out those Yellow Jackets, especially playing at their place. So we'll see what happens there, but I think Grandview would have to be the favorite. Would you see, since we've seen both of those teams?
I think Grandview is one of the outstanding teams in the conference, but I tell you, Graceland's been a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, they knocked off Mid-America Nazarene, I believe, earlier in the season, so they're very capable of beating anybody in the conference if they put it together, but I think you're right. Grandview would have to be the favorite.
And the other game, Evangel is at Mid-America Nazarene. Evangel, you mentioned this last week. They're kind of under the radar. They've won a few games. No one's talking about them.
No, they're not a bad team. I think they'll definitely be the underdog on the road with that long trip. But they're a team that is, I think they're 3-3 right now coming into the second part of the season. So I think that could be a pretty close game too.
And one game was played last week. Benedictine and Culver played last week. And the Ravens, no problem with the Wildcats, 59-6. Benedictine won that. Benedictine is in the top 25. Culver remains winless. We'll talk about the top 25, and we'll get to our interviews on the pregame show. Central Methodist in town to take on the Vikings. And we'll continue on the Viking Sports Network in 1 minute.
Love the speed of a zero-turn mower, but want the steering of a tractor? Get the best of both with Toro's new Time Cutter SW zero-turn tractor. It combines the steering wheel and speed control pedal of a tractor with the maneuverability of a zero-turn, along with a hitch to pull yard care attachment. Get smart features and proven dependability with the new Toro Time Cutter SW zero-turn tractor. See Davis Lawn Equipment, 317 North Jefferson in Marshall.
You can harvest some huge savings right now till the end of the month. Hi, I'm Matt Hare at Elmer Hare Ford. Get yourself a 2015 Ford Focus with 0% interest for 72 months and $1,250 off in customer cash from Ford Motor Credit. 0% interest for 60 months on a 2016 Ford Fusion and an additional $2,000 in customer cash from Ford Credit. How about that? Put a new Ford in your driveway and money in your pocket.
I see
Elmer Hare Ford sales in Marshall where you get a hair better
in the
deal
district
every
standings,
time.
so Moberly will have to play Mexico again this week.
Well, before we talk more about this game and get into our interviews, let's take a look at the top 25. Lindsey Wilson, Kentucky, must really have a strong program this year. They remain number 1. Southern Oregon, number 2. Morningside is number 3. Then Baker is number 4. They moved up a couple of spots from number 6. Grandview, number 5 this week. Robert Morris, Denny Honnold, the defensive coordinator there. They're ranked number 9 this week. They're 4-1 and will play at Trinity International this afternoon. William Penn is ranked 16th, and Benedictine is ranked 21st. Montana Northern, Aaron Christensen's team still looking for their first win of the year as they will play at very good Montana Tech today. And then Concordia, that's where Curran White is the offensive coordinator. They're having a good year. They are at Midland today. So those are some of the other games that are taking place. Let's take a quick break. When we come back in 1 minute, we're going to talk it over with Jody Ford. Jody is the head coach of the CMU Eagles. That visit coming up 1 minute. Viking Sports Network.
Whirlpool equals quality, and Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service in Marshall is your one-stop Whirlpool headquarters. Whether you need a gas or electric range, Charlie's has just the one for you, with options like rapid preheat and steam clean. Time to replace the microwave? Once again, Charlie's has you covered. They carry microwaves for both the countertop and over the countertop. Charlie's also carries several models of dishwashers. Deliveries available as well as financing with approved credit. Charlie's Sales and Service at 450 West Boyd in Marshall, your Whirlpool headquarters.
You know what no one ever says no to? More power. So get to Yeager's Harley-Davidson and check out our 10 cruiser bikes, like the Wide Glide and Softail Slim. They've all got a high-output twin-cam 103 engine, making it the most powerful cruiser lineup in Harley-Davidson history. Take one on a power trip at Yeager's Harley-Davidson. Not tomorrow, today. Check out our powerful new lineup of 2016 models at Yeager's Harley-Davidson, South Highway 65 in Sedalia, and at YeagerCycle.com.
On the Viking pregame show, busy now with Jody Ford in his 4th year as the head coach of the CMU Eagles. And Coach, your ball club comes in 2-4. You lost a couple of weeks ago to Benedictine, 31-14, and before that, an exciting 21-20 win at Graceland. But I guess this week off was good for everyone, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Always like having a bye week in the middle and trying to get healed up. You know, our conference, obviously, adding 2 new very good teams that's very physical all the way through. It was already very physical before, and now it's even more physical with the added teams. So it's very good to have a bye week in the middle and let everybody kind of get healed up a little bit for the stretch run here in the second half of the season.
Jody, how'd you like this new format, playing those North schools first? What was your opinion on the way the league's playing now?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, you know, it's just I don't think it matters who you play and when you play. I mean, everybody's really good and very competitive and all that. So, but no, I thought it was really good to get to go and play the teams we're able to play, and you know, a lot of familiarity there. But then also playing some of the new guys in Grandview and William Penn, but I think it's a really good setup, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes if we're able to add even more teams down the road.
Well, I mentioned your last game, 31-14 loss to Benedictine, but they jumped out to a 21-0 lead, and after that it was a pretty even ball game, Coach.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we had some breaks that went against us too, which was frustrating, and you know, we felt like we had a chance to get right back in it. That
21-14 there and had an interception for a touchdown called back and everything. And you know, and then also we had a chance there at the end. We were trying to get down there and score, and we had another touchdown called back. So, you know, just bad breaks with us and everything. But the kids played hard and continue to play hard, and hopefully we continue to learn and get better.
Well, I look at your stats. Caleb Bedford doing a pretty nice job, and Jamal Williams, a big play receiver, it looks like to me, Coach.
Yes, sir. I mean, Bedford's really come along. I mean, the other thing is Caleb is, you know, he's only been here for a couple months now. It's not like we had him in the spring or anything. So he's really had to pick up things fast and grow quickly. And he had a struggle certainly in the first couple weeks of the season, and, you know, just learning the offense and learning what was going on. And then, but now he's really starting to hit his stride and figure some things out. And I think he just continues to get better every week, and we hope he has another good week for us this week. And then also, I know you mentioned Jamal Williams, and Jamal's having a great year, obviously, too, and what he's been able to do. And he's just a great receiver for us with his size at 6'5", and able to do what he does. So we're very fortunate to have those guys, and hopefully they'll continue to do well the rest of the season.
Yeah, as I look at defense, I've got to start with Damian Stevens. Am I right? 7 sacks already this year?
Yeah, Damian's doing really well. I mean, he's having a great year, and he's very quick and fast and strong inside, and just a great young man. And I think he just continues to get better, and he's one that kind of like, you know, the Kilgore kid that you guys have there at Missouri Valley. Boy, I dream of having Damian and Kilgore play next to each other. It'd be a tough group to stop, but no, Damian's having a very good year for us.
All right, so there you have Jody Ford, and Jody in his 4th year as the head coach of the CMU Eagles. In a moment, we're going to talk it over with a couple of the Viking players. Desi Villanueva got his first 2 field goals last week, Joe, and also 6 out of 7 extra points, was named the Special Teams Player of the Week in the Heart. And then Ricky Fuentes, I've been calling him Ricky for 2 years. When we do this interview, he says, I prefer to be called Rick. So I guess when you have 3 touchdowns in a game, you can be preferred to call whatever you want, right? So we'll call him Rick Fuentes from now on.
When you rush for 150 yards in about a 3-minute span, yeah, you can be called whatever you want to be called. So Rick it is.
So I told him, I said, after today, it's Rick Fuentes if that's what he wants. But anyway, we're going to talk it over with Rick and Desi in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
Save energy and money at La Crosse Lumber in Marshall with Owens Corning Arctic Cat Expanding Insulation System. Featuring blown-in pink fiberglass insulation with Owens Corning, pink is green. Their insulation is eco-friendly, and La Crosse Lumber will let you use their machine for free. It will blow 1,000 square feet per hour. Owens Corning Arctic Cat Insulation. Bring in your measurements and get a free estimate today. It's only $35.95 per bag, and veterans get an additional 10% off. La Crosse Lumber, 152 West Morgan Street in Marshall.
Hi, this is Albert. It's Ram Truck Month at Marshall Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Come by and check out the large selections and savings, like on this crew cab diesel 4x4. Stock number 15012. MSRP $50,020 after rebates and discounts. Sell price at $41,429. That's over $8,500 off. And come in and take a test drive. No purchase necessary. Put your name in a drawing for a flat screen TV. Now through October 31st. Remember, the Marshall Chrysler family cares. We're the dealer after the sale, so please buckle up and drive safely.
On the Viking pregame show, visiting with a couple of the Vikings, Desi Villanueva, who was the Special Teams Player of the Week for his performance a couple of weeks ago, and Rick Fuentes, who had quite a game against Culver. Desi, let's start with you. Congratulations, Special Teams Player of the Week. Nice on.
Thank you. It was good just to play as well as I knew I could, and now it's finally being showed what I can do, you know, on TV and stuff. So.
When you got that first field goal, you kind of had a little fist bump. You said, this is about time, because you knew you could do it. It was just not happening for you.
Yeah, it was frustrating because, you know, you've been trying to make all your field goals, but they just haven't been going in. But when you get one, then they're just going to keep rolling on through right now.
Now, how'd you get to Valley, a junior college transfer? How'd you get to Valley?
I was referred here by one of my friends who played here, and he won All-American in 2007, Adrian Sabrina. He's the one that brought me here. So.
A lot of good kickers from that junior college that you go to. We've had several of them.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be one of them, and so far it's going good.
But a good week against Culver will keep it going. A lot of what you do is just confidence, isn't it? It's mental.
Yeah, a lot of it's mental because, I mean, most of our game is with our foot, but a lot of people don't know that it's with our head as well.
I've said several times on the air that I've watched you in practice and you're just booming through. So it looked like now we're ready to get there. So now we're going to go the rest of the way and really help this team get on this winning streak, right?
Yeah, it's good. Now we have all our players back and me, and, you know, we'll get some wins hopefully.
All right, I'm going to talk about your punting just a moment. Rick Fuentes, I've called you Ricky for 2 years. I'm going to change it to Rick. That's what he wanted. But what a game you had against Culver. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it was great to get the opportunity, you know, to get the ball and help my team to victory. It was great running the Wildcat, especially everybody doing their job, and makes my job a lot easier.
You had a touchdown reception in the first half from a freshman quarterback, and then in that Wildcat in the second half, you ran for 2 scores. Are you guys going to give the ball up in that, or are you just going to take it every time?
Well, actually, Coach told me I'm doing great making my reads, and it's definitely great to have an opportunity to score and help the team out.
I'm sure we're going to see that Wildcat some more than aren't we? We hope.
Yes, well, I'm hoping, you know, it's definitely a great opportunity for me and the faster guys, you know, because we put a lot of quick guys in the backfield, so hopefully.
Man, I looked at that formation, and you're right, with the guys you have in that backfield, and you're one of them that has some speed, that's pretty tough to defend.
Definitely, especially because there's like 2-3 options on each play, so it makes it a lot easier for us to actually score some points.
My broadcast partner, Joe All, said in the game the other day, he says, what can he do? Let's see, you run the Wildcat, you catch passes, you field punch, you field kickoffs. What do you like best?
I mean, definitely running the ball is nice, getting the ball directly into my hands and then making some plays, but I love running downfield and catching footballs.
So you'd rather be a receiver than anything else?
I would definitely rather be a receiver, yeah.
Okay, you still take some pretty good shots there. Back to you, Desi, on the punting. You're averaging, what, about 45 yards a punt, something like that?
It's 47.3 to be exact.
47.3, that's a heck of an average.
Yeah, I mean, they know I've been doing that all season, but finally it's getting recognized by the stats. So.
47 yards, that really helps this team. Have you always done both?
Yeah, I've done both since I was in high school, so.
That's kind of unusual. Most colleges have a punter and a kicker, but it's kind of nice just to, it keeps you more involved in the game and more than just one thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good because they can trust me with all around, and it's marking yourself as much as you can. So.
And a punt is a big weapon in a football game when you can pin somebody back with.
Yeah, I love to help out the defense because I know how much Coach Rolla and Coach Wilson, they love me to do that for them.
All right. And Rick, before we let you go, this offense putting a lot of yards up, and it's kind of fun, isn't it? This is an explosive offense this year.
Definitely. We got a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys willing to go out and, you know, stick their nose to the gridiron, and we're definitely just trying to score some points. You know, we can move the ball, and we just have to execute in the red zone.
Still a lot to play for this year, isn't it?
Definitely. There's still an opportunity for us to go all the way, but we just got to take it 1 week at a time.
So there you have Desi Villanueva, and he'll be wearing number 33 today. He said someone lost his jersey. Maybe after those 2 field goals and Player of the Week, someone wanted his jersey. I don't know, but he'll be wearing number 33 today if you're watching on live stream. And number 3, Rick Fuentes. We'll probably see that Wildcat offense again today as well. Ryan Hiller is the offensive coordinator and line coach for the Vikings, and he's my guest in 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Now's the time to go to your local Kubota dealer and get great financing on a brand new, powerful, feature-loaded Kubota Standard L-Series tractor during our Gear Up and Go sales event. With Kubota, you get durability, versatility, and value. Make a great deal on a Kubota L-Series with long-term financing as low as 0% APR during Kubota's Gear Up and Go sales event. See Marshall Service Company, 1714 Commerce in Marshall.
Living well is important to our health. If you have a medical problem, go to Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly. Whether it's diabetes, wellness, mental health, or even dental care, Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly are there for you. If you currently have no insurance, ask about their sliding scale fee. The Live Well Community Health Centers are part of HCC of Rural Missouri. For more information, go to www.livewellcenters.org. Call the Concordia office at 463-0234 or the Waverly office at 493-2260.
Offensive coordinator Brian Hiller joins us on the pregame show. And Brian, unbelievable. We're halfway through this thing already, and now we start with the South CMU coming in. I'll tell you what, it has been a rapid first 6 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's hard to imagine we are in week number 7. It has gone so fast, and but it also gives a nice little precursor to what's yet to come with our division now going down the stretch here.
Was the break at the right time for this football team?
Absolutely. I think it was the right time for everybody. It was just one of those type things. We had a couple of our kids get nicked up just like every other program in the country is having those issues right now, and it was good for us as a coaching staff just to recharge a little bit as well and get refocused on the task at hand, which is to defend our conference championship here, and we got to start off taking care of Central Methodist tomorrow.
Now, we'll talk about them in just a bit. How about your offensive line play? You're also offensive line coach. Are you happy with what you've seen for the most part in the first half?
Yeah, I tell you what, they've done a real good job. We've had a couple of new additions in terms of guys being first-time starters, even though we have some seniors in that group. We're going to get another one tomorrow, so Troy Jones will get his first start tomorrow with Brendan Latham being on the shelf for a couple weeks here. So that's going to be interesting. Troy's done a great job handling that challenge for us right now. And the nice thing about it, we have all the other guys helping him out as well, understand the tempo and the routine that we need to have and what we're accustomed to doing up front. And Troy's been a welcome addition to that unit.
And Travis Middleton is back after suffering a summer of a concussion, but he is back. And so you've got he and the young freshman quarterback both ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Travis has bounced back. He's back to what we expect out of him right now, and he'll do a great job for us tomorrow. And, yeah, we have a lot of confidence, obviously, with the experience that Jeremy got with the Culver game and the end of the Grandview game as well, having a chance to work with our number ones and obviously have a chance to play the old next game after the Grandview game against Culver. So we're very fortunate where we are right now going down the stretch that we have 2 viable candidates at the quarterback spot to take us where we need to go.
All right, you take on the CMU team, they're 2-4, but I look at their defense, and they have one young man, I think he has 7 sacks already, so I'm sure that's going to be a concern for you.
Yeah, I tell you what, CMU they've done a nice job showing multiple looks up front. They're going to bring a 3-man line, they're going to bring a 4-man line. They're going to stand the kids up and move around in a radar package that's going to, try and cause some confusion. And but they do have the number 99 kid. I think he wears number 9 as well once in a while as well. But he's very, very he's got a lot of game experience underneath his belt. So he was a starter last year for him, and he's, I believe, one of the only returns that they have coming back up front on the defensive line. But he is definitely their go-to guy on the defensive side of the ball. So we're looking to have a nice battle with him tomorrow.
All right, that's Brian Hiller, offensive coordinator. Well, we haven't talked it over yet with head coach Paul Trott. Let's take a quick 30-second break as the Vikings are on the field and the Eagles head on to Greg Mitchell Field, dressed in their green and white. And we're about ready for football. A visit with Coach Trott coming up in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
Do you need to expose cables, water, or gas lines or other buried items? From that to clogged culverts to digging a precise hole and not disturb what's around the area, like landscaping. This is Randy England with L&R Construction. If you have any of these situations or more, have I got the machine for you? Vactron. Vactron works purely on water pressure and suction. We work for contractors, utilities, businesses, and homeowners. Call me at 631-4982. That's 631-4982. It's fast, accurate, and will save you money and cleanup.
Just moments away from kickoff, Paul Trott joins us. And, Coach, just about everyone in the conference had a week off. I imagine it came at a good time.
Yeah, for us it did. You played 6 games. You got a couple guys a little bit dinged up, so it was a chance to kind of recharge your batteries a little bit, get some kids healthy. So that's what we did.
Take us back a couple of weeks, the Culver-Stockton game. Boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of positives from that game.
Yeah, we went into it a little bit nervous. We lost our quarterback, Travis Middleton. We thought we might have him, but then at the game time decision just didn't feel like he was ready to go yet. So we went with a true freshman. Jeremy Fry made his first college start, and I thought did a real good job, for just throwing him out there on minimal work. And was real pleased with some of the things he did. And then, of course, we had to prepare a backup situation when we didn't have another one, so we put in a Wildcat formation, and that went pretty well for us.
Yeah, I'd say Rick Fuentes kind of likes that, doesn't he?
Well, you get 150 yards rushing on 5 carries. That's pretty good average. So I think that'll be a feat that's hard to duplicate. But, we had the element of surprise in that it's something we hadn't shown before. So when we jumped into that, they weren't ready for it. But our guys really did a nice job blocking it up and executing.
But, Coach, the other thing with that, as many playmakers as you have in the backfield and in the receiving corps, those kind of things will work.
Well, I mean, you hope so. Yeah, we've got some guys that are good football players, but it starts with the guys up front. Everybody sees the perimeter guys, and you can see when they make good plays and all that. But doesn't matter what kind of offense you run, if you're not good up front, it's difficult to be successful. We got into Wildcat where we're running the ball, and I thought our O-line did a great job. And again, I think the guys blocked well on the perimeter for Rick, and he was able to make some big plays for us.
Coach, and Desi knocked down a couple of field goals. I talked to him about it. Big monkey off his back.
Well, it's kind of like this season, kind of strange. We feel like that we have a better football team than our record indicates, and Desi's a way better kicker than what his field goal percentage indicated. So, we were able to knock down a couple and knew it was going to come eventually. It's just a matter of keep going. But, hopefully that gave him a little bit of confidence. And, I think he just about leads the country in punting, and he's also doing our place kicking. So he's really done very, very well. It's just been kind of one of those years.
Coach, CMU comes in, always pretty good rival for you.
Yeah, you ask them, and they always talk about Missouri Valley's a big rival, and so they always get fired up to play us, the close proximity to school and all that. But, they're always well coached. They're going to play hard. They're going to be fired up, and they're going to give you problems. We've got to avoid the mistakes that cost us games, earlier, and namely the turnovers and penalties. Those are the 2 big things we've been harping with our kids on, and we've got to improve, and that'll be a big thing today again.
All right, so we've talked to the coaches, we've talked to the players, and now we'll let the players decide this thing on the field as we're about ready to go on this Saturday afternoon, and the crowd's starting to come in now from the tailgate area. A lot of our students are in Kansas City for the NASCAR event. They worked the NASCAR event, which the big race will be tomorrow, but the crowd is here, the drum line is here, and we're about ready to go. CMU won the toss. They've deferred to the second half, and Jason Carr, young man out of Jeff City, will kick it off. And back deep, Jakari Johnson and Darian Turk, a couple of the Viking speedsters.
Yeah, it'd be nice to break a big play early, but, in both of the home games the Vikings have lost this year, they've gotten out to very good starts against both Penn State and Peru State, so you'd think that'd be a good sign, but we'll see what happens here this afternoon.
The officials, the officiating crew, set to go as well here on this Saturday afternoon. Nate Chitwood is the referee and one of the better crews in the Heart of America Conference this game this afternoon.
Ken, and kudos to Jeremy Fry. Coach Troth mentioned him in his interview, but Jeremy started that game against Culver Stockton. He's a true freshman, the third-string quarterback. He did a very good job of engineering that Viking attack, and I think threw a couple of touchdown passes in that win over Culver, so he did a very good job.
Jason Carr to kick it off, and they will kick this one low. It'll bounce a couple of times. Picked up by Turk. Turk to the 20. Turk up the middle. Turk sprints to the outside. He's across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Good return by Darian Turk on that bouncing kick by Jason Carr. Good position for the Vikings. They'll take over at their own 43-yard line. Travis Middleton, off a concussion, is back on the field, number 11.
Colin O'Connell, a 220-pound sophomore linebacker out of Fayette, made that stop for Fayette for Central Methodist. Ken, I looked at Central Methodist roster. Out of about 80-some-odd players on the roster, 55 from the state of Missouri.
Yeah, he does a good job of recruiting, especially in Central Missouri. First down from the 42-yard line for the Vikings. They'll work out of that pistol on the first down play, and they want to throw it, and it's picked off, and it's going to be an interception on the first play of the game. CMU picks off the pass, and they'll take it for the score. Wow!
Brandon Justin, a senior defensive back out of Fairfield, California, stepped right into the lane that time, picked that pass off on the dead run, and there was no heading him off. So tough start for the Vikes.
Well, they're going to try to get it to Dorian Stenard. Joe, and this leads me into my stat of the day. The Vikings in NAIA football have the worst turnover ratio, and that is now the 13th or 14th interception, a pick six. How about that?
Not a stat you want to have.
And here's the extra point. It's up and it's good, and just like that, CMU has a 7-0 lead, a turnover on the first play of the game. We're back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
0% for 72 months on most new vehicles starts now at WK. Hurry in for the best October ever and choose 0% for 6 years on most 15s, including select Silverado half-tons. Or choose 15% cash back on select vehicles including Cruze, Malibu, Traverse, Equinox, and Camaro SS. Shop our best selection of new 15s today at WK Chevrolet, Buick Cadillac, and GMC in Sedalia, and online at WKChevy.com.
Well, that was the third interception of the year for Brandon Justin, and he takes this one about 45 yards for a touchdown. One play, 7-0 CMU, and the Viking woes offensively just continue for Middleton. That is his 5th interception. I mean, did Justin read that perfectly. Now is a high kick going to be taken by Turk at the 10. He brings it back to the middle across the 20. Stays on his feet. He is across the 30 to the 32-yard line. But you look at the Vikings, they now have 13 interceptions on the year. Wow.
Yeah, stop that time for Central Methodist. Travis Burris, a freshman out of Jeff City, made the stop, so Vikes will set up shop. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. We've played less than a minute. Vikings already down 7-0.
On a pick six by Brandon Justice, and did he ever step right in front of Dorian Stenard and took it about 45 yards. So first down for the Vikings, and now they'll keep the ball on the ground and get a few yards out to the 35 or 36-yard line, and that is Elliot Hawkins.
Yeah, good job by Hawk driving those legs. He didn't quit, and Wes Davis there to make the stop for Central Methodist, but a good job of keeping the feet turning by Hawkins. He got 5 on the play.
Hawkins comes into the game, 399 yards, over 400 yards rushing, has 3 rushing touchdowns. Second down, we'll call it 5, from the Viking 37-yard line. And once again, right up the middle, and spinning as Hawkins gets a yard. It'll be third down at about 3, and this CMU defense up front, pretty good. Cameron Green, Malik Burnley, Damian Stevens, 7 sacks already, and Dylan Brown, the top 4. Matt Harmon, Chris Collins, and Kyle Livingston are the linebackers. Brandon Justin, he of the pick 6. Logan Rolls, Kyle McKenzie, Reggie Dowdy, the defensive backs. Third down at about 4 for Valley, their own 38-yard line.
Malik Burnley weighs in at 340. He made that last stop off that defensive line for Central.
Third down, and throwing the football to the side, and that's, again, complete miscommunication between the receiver, and we're fortunate that wasn't picked off. But going down deep was Dorian Stenard, and Middleton threw it to the sideline, and the closest player to it was a CMU Eagle. So it is a punting situation, and this isn't the way the Vikings wanted this game to start, I'll guarantee you that.
Well, Stenard was going to run a flag or a flag pattern that time, I think, and Middleton threw the out pattern. So again, we'll have to kick it away, so Bill Nuevo will stand back about his own, looks like about 24-yard line to kick it.
Sean Whitley and Brandon Justin back deep. Here's the punt by Villanueva. It's end over end. It's going to bounce. They're going to leave this one alone. It'll go inside the 15 and be down right at the 15-yard line. And down in that ball with Terrence Hollins-White. So CMU with a pick 6 and then a 3-and-out, and they've got the ball. And this is pretty good offense. Caleb Bedford is the quarterback out of Houston, Texas. 6'2", 210-pound sophomore. Tyler Steinkamp is the running back. Jamal Williams, a big play receiver, 4 touchdowns, 23 catches, 571 yards. Vikings up front, Zach Nunn, along with Kyerton Kilgore and Diedrich Allen. The linebackers, Ricky Williams, Jacob King, Elliott Suter getting a start today. Marky Beltram suspended for a violation of team rules. Cedric O'Hara and Terrence Hollins-White, Greg Johnson, Nate Desimoni, and Kobe Lowe in the backfield. First down for Bedford. We're early in the first quarter, 7-0 CMU, and the Eagles try to keep it on the ground. There's nothing there as they give it to Tyler Steinkamp.
Big Carlton Kilgore, the nose tackle for the Vikings, slid down that line of scrimmage, made a nice stop, and stacked the runner up right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. 12:55 to go in the first quarter. Central Methodist with an early pick 6. The Eagles lead it 7-0.
Well, CMU averages just 96 yards a game on the ground, 242 through the air. So they like to throw the football. Bedford is 108 out of 186, 58% completion rate, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Sun peeks out at 2nd down and 10. And they're going to hand the ball off again to Dennis. He breaks one tackle, and he's close to a first down out to the 25. He was wrapped up from behind, was Kevin Dennis. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Looks like Jonathan Battle also in on the stop for Washington, or for the Vikings, Terrence Hollins-White. But that is a pretty good gain on 2nd down. So 3rd down and short for Central Methodist, ball just shy of the 24-yard line.
The Vikings, if you're just joining us, gave up a pick 6 on their first offensive play, and they trail 7-0. Here's Bedford, hands the ball off, and close to a first down. It's going to depend on the spot here.
I think he got it, but I'm not
sure. I do believe they got the first down. So running the football is Edward Bernard, the fullback out of New Orleans, and that is enough for a CMU first down at the 28-yard line.
See a few people across the way, that very nice Malcolm Center for Student Life, maybe the newest addition to the Valley campus, and very, very nice facility that really sets this whole athletic complex off. And we see some fans across the way on that upper deck enjoying the game.
First down after the 3-yard run by Bernard. As under center is Bedford, and he wants to throw his first pass of the day. Pressure's on, throws over the middle, a sliding attempt, and they're going to wave it off incomplete. And I'm telling you what, that tight end or that receiver was wide open over the middle, and the pass was low. Joe, had that been on the money, that could have been a big, big gain.
Yeah, he looked like Eric Hosmer picking the ball out of the dirt that time, but it was in the dirt, so it's incomplete.
So it is 2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Ryan Coons, wide receiver, wide to the right side on 2nd down and 10. Man-to-man coverage on him. And they want to run the ball right up the middle. Not much for Dennis. As Kevin Dennis out of Boynton Beach, Florida, runs into a purple wall. And it'll be 3rd down and about 10.
Yeah, good surge by the Vikings that time. A lot of people getting up. Suter got up off that pile. Also in on the tackle, Dedrick Allen. So good defensive penetration by the Vikes. Very short gain that time. It brings up 3rd down and about 9 with 10:45 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Central Methodist.
Well, CMU just 37% on the 3rd down conversion. So let's see if the Vikes can stop them here and get the ball back. Trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter. Now working out of the shotgun are the Eagles. They send a man in motion. That's Sean Whitley. And back to throw is Bedford. He's being rushed out of the pocket, flips it away, and he was out of the tackle box, nowhere to go, so he just threw that one to the CMU sideline. The ball went past the line of scrimmage, and he was out of the tackle box, so even though there was not a receiver over there, there was no in-grounding. So the Vikings hold, and they'll get the ball back.
Good pressure that time by Dedrick Allen and Jacob King. They were on Bedford pretty quick. He had to throw that ball, I believe, quicker than he wanted to, so looks like Fuentes and Johnson are going to stand back about their own 30-yard line to receive this punt.
Punch had come from about the 15-yard line. It's a short spiral, and Johnson makes a fair catch at the 29-yard line. So Jakari makes the fair catch, and the Vikings will take over at their own, right at the 30-yard line is where they mark it. Again, a pick 6 by Travis Middleton, and then a 3-and-out. So the offense not nearly clicking on all cylinders to start this drive. Remember, Middleton has been out with a concussion. He missed the game against Culver.
And I think the Vikes need to run the ball. Let Travis kind of get into the rhythm of the offense right now. He's been out now for, 3 weeks. So kind of let's get a few first downs, let him get into the rhythm.
On first down, well, they're going to throw the ball over the middle. It is caught Fuentes, and Rick Fuentes gets to the 36-yard line. It'll take me a while to get used to saying Rick
If we slip
Fuentes.
And call you Ricky, it's not intentional.
That's about a 5-yard gain to the young man who runs the Wildcat can catch it, returns punts. 2nd down and 6. They'll give him 4. They'll give him 6 on that. 2nd down and 4.
Wes Davis, Christopher Collins made the stop on the play.
Vikings may be changing the play here on 2nd down and 4 from their own 36-yard line. And they hand it off up the middle, close to a 1st down. Give that one off to Hawkins, and Elliott gets across the 40 to the 41, and that should be enough for a 1st down. It is.
Wes Davis, the stopper Central. It's a 1st down. I hear PA announcer Charlie Guthrie on the last play. He called him Ricky Fuentes, so we'll need to go down and correct him before the day's over.
If he keeps scoring touchdowns, he can call him anything.
Charlie does a great job on the PA.
Yes, he does. And that's something that takes a lot of effort and a lot of time.
He and I are great friends. We used to coach together at Slater, work together in the Marshall school system. A great guy.
Here's Jakari Johnson bouncing to the outside. Jakari across midfield, stays on his feet to the CMU 40, to the 30, up the sideline to the 20, inside the 10, all the way down to the 7-yard line goes Jakari Johnson, just using that speed to outrace defenders up the right sideline. It'll be 1st and goal for Valley.
Looks like about a 54-yard run that time for Jakari Johnson. I'll tell you what, Ken, he's an electrifying runner. He broke that opening touchdown against Grandview several weeks ago, and he's got a lot of tools in the bag.
Let's see if the Vikings can get into the end zone and tie this football game. They're going to run it right up the middle. Now that's Ty Middleton on the read option, keeps it and gets about a yard.
Yeah, that's that play where Travis Middleton has the option of either handing the ball off or keeping it himself. That time he decided to keep it, try the left side of the line, and not much doing there. Nice job by the right side of the Central Methodist defense. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Ball still right at the 7-yard line. No gain on the play.
Jakari Johnson is in the backfield. Dorian Stenard is one of the wide receivers. Jacoby Bellard is lined up wide to the left, and to slot that side is Fuentes. On 2nd down and goal from the 6, they want to throw, and nothing there. Now they throw to the left side, and it is complete. They look to the right to Stenard, nothing there. Came back to the left to Turk, and he makes the catch, hit immediately at the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, he took a heck of a shot by Logan Rolls, the defensive back out of California that time. That was a good job by Darian Turk holding on to that football because he was pounded at the same time the ball got there. But Darian made a nice catch, and Vikes have it inside the 5-yard line, so a big 3rd and goal play right here.
3rd and goal from the left hash mark. Turk goes in motion. Middleton waits, takes the snap. They want to throw it, and they throw the fade, and it's thrown way overthrown. That looks like the field goal team will come on.
You got to take the 3 points here, I think. I think that's a wise decision by Coach Straw.
That pass wasn't even close to being completed.
That's one of those timing patterns and just threw it way over the head of the intended receiver.
Well, the Vikings drive the ball but come up short. Let's see if Villanueva can get the Vikings on the board here.
Sporting some nice, what are those, yellow?
They are
yellow
bright
shoes
yellow
today. You're not going to miss him.
Villanueva. This would just basically be an extra point, and it's blocked. And this has just been a bad start for Valley. They drive all the way down. Poor pass, and now a field goal is blocked, and CMU has come in here, and early in this game, they are the dominant team.
And that's several times.
7:29 to go.
That's several times Villanueva's had field goals blocked. I'm not sure if he's not getting a high enough trajectory on the ball or somebody missed a block. Not sure what happened there, but big defensive play by the Eagles.
I don't think it was a very good snap either. So the Vikings have made many mistakes in this 3-3 season, and after the week off, you thought maybe a lot of those corrected, but early in this half, that's not the case. You already have a pick 6 and a blocked field goal. So Valley will go to work defensively again.
Let's flip that turnover ratio right now.
Boy.
Let's get one.
Yeah, the Vikings, as you joined us, and we won't mention it often, but they are last in NAI football in turnover ratio. That is a stat you're just not used to with a Viking defense.
Is that the end of the first quarter?
Well,
got 0-0 on the
zero.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. They got 0-0-0 on the board.
Maybe as bad as the quarter started for the Vikings. They said, let's go to quarter number 2.
I don't know.
That'll be a little bit different.
That can't be right, though.
I think there's 7 minutes and something.
Yeah, we're only halfway through, I think.
Now they'll have to take a look at the clock and try to figure out how much time should be on that clock. 7-0. CMU with the lead with a pick 6 and then a blocked field goal. So nothing going right, at least early on, for the Missouri Valley College Vikings.
Well, maybe this is a good sign, because like we said early, the Vikings got off to a very fast start in their home losses against both William Penn and Peru State. So maybe a little bit slower start. Let's hope that's a good omen here this afternoon. We'll just have to wait and see.
Lotica Construction, Malta Bend, Missouri Valley College, Healthcare Collaborative of Lexington, Jennings Premium Meats New Franklin, Culligan Water and Conditioning Sedalia, and Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service of Marshall all with us on the broadcast today. I think they're putting some time on the clock. 7:29 going to put on the clock. So the Vikings down 7-0. And even though they've been able to move the football, it's the same as we've seen all year long. Get in that red zone and unable to come away with points. Now a lot of movement before this first pass to the sideline. They were trying to get that one to Jamal Williams, but play was stopped, and I believe this will be a procedure on the Eagles.
Yeah, they call
offside of the Vikings.
Against the Vikings.
On penalty on Valley.
Looked like a hard count that time. About 3 Viking linemen jumped offside, so not a good break for the Vikings there.
So it'll be 1st down and 5 from the 25-yard line. And that's 1st and 5, handoff to Dennis, hit right at the line, not going anywhere. It'll be 2nd down and 4. They'll give him a yard. Kevin Dennis came into the game very few yards, but getting a start at that running back spot here. And quickly, the Eagles are up to the line. They are not going to let the Vikings substitute. It is 2nd down and 4. They get right up to the line, and now a penalty, and this is going to be procedure to get that 5 yards right back. This will go against Josh Halsey, a tight end.
Elliott Suter in on the stop on that last running play. I really don't think Central Methodist is going to run the ball against this Viking defense. You say they like to throw a lot.
Yeah, they like to throw.
But the Viking defense is pretty stingy early on here against the run.
Now, the Vikings have given up an average of 218 yards rushing, but again, we've played Peru State and played William Penn, and they give up 346 yards a game. The CMU Eagle team just averages 17 points a game, but they had a nice touchdown here. Here's a throw out of the flat, and nobody's on the running back. Across the 30, all the way out to the 34-yard line. That is a missed assignment. As Dennis out of the backfield, there was not a purple shirt within 15 yards of him. And CMU has a 1st down at their own 36, and they hustle up to the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker Jacob King ran him down from behind, but that is a big gain for the Eagles.
On 1st down, they want to run it, and they're going to give it off to Dennis. Flag is thrown. Dennis spins across the 40 to the 42-yard line, but there's a flag down.
Jonathan Battle in on the stop for the Vikings, also Terrence Hollins-White, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see what this is.
Holding. Nate Chitwood gives us that call, so still 1st down, but that pushes the Eagles back. We're in the first quarter, 7-0 CMU. The Vikings have thrown a pick 6 and had a field goal attempt blocked.
Yeah, I need to stop them right here. Don't want to give them any more penetration.
Ball is at the 26-yard line. Have to get all the way out to the 46, of course, for the 1st down. Now they'll work out of the shotgun, and Bedford back to throw, pumps, throws, and that one is intercepted, and this will be a pick 6. Ricky Williams returns the favor. The pass was high, and Ricky Williams stepped in front of the intended receiver, and he takes it about 26 yards. Touchdown, Valley.
Yeah, with turnabout's fair play, and Ricky Williams stepped right in the path that time. And how many big plays in Ricky Williams' career have we seen him make? And there's another one right there. That's exactly what the Vikings needed to hopefully get this game knotted up.
Ricky Williams, the pass was a little high, and he stepped right in front of it and takes it the distance for the touchdown. We're tied 7-6, and Villanueva trying to tie it up. Ricky has made a lot of big plays for this team the last couple of years. Bad snap. They never did get the snap off. Everyone moved except the center.
Wonder what the record is in NAIA football for pick 6s. We've got 2 at this rate. We'll have at least 8 in the game. So,
well, I hope we have the next 6.
Yeah, I do too.
7-6, and let's see who that penalty was on. It must have just, they're going to respot it. I don't even think they marked it. So let's see. Villanueva will try to tie the game. High snap. Better pick this one up. Villanueva falls on it, and that's 2 poor snaps in 2 attempts. Boy, you're in Game 7 of the football season. Those are mistakes you just can't have, Joe.
No, you can't. You really can't. And that's just can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Wow. So Villanueva went back and fell on the ball anyway to keep that from being a possible 2-point return. 7-6, CMU with the lead. 6:06 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds, Viking Sports Network.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals and pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
If you're in Lafayette County, see John Harris. He's got you covered.
Well, the Vikings get most of those points back, but again, they've missed a field goal or had one blocked, and now a poor snap on the extra point, so CMU still with the lead, 7-6.
Viking defense 6, Central Methodist defense 6.
Here's the kick, and this is going to be taken by Brandon Justin. Justin trying to get back to his left, and he's hit hard at the 14, and down he goes. The Viking special teams, for the most part this year, have been pretty good. They used that speed to get down there, and Justin never got by the 15-yard line. That's where CMU will take over.
Guess who that was on the first hit? Jakari Johnson. Yeah. Jakari plays everywhere. He was on the kickoff team that time, and he got Justin, wrapped him up right around the 15-yard line. So good coverage by the Viking kickoff team.
7-6, CMU with the lead as the Vikings got the pick 6 from Ricky Williams, but bad snap on the extra point attempt. So here come the Eagles, 2 wide receivers off to the right side, which is the wide side of the field. Now the officials will stop play for a moment. We're down to the 6-minute mark of the quarter, 7-6 CMU. See if the Vikes can get another INT here.
Well, the defenses look good the first couple series.
Bedford, a tall quarterback, 6'2", 210, sophomore out of Houston, Texas. And he wants to throw on first down to the side. He gets it to his tight end for a nice gain of about 7 or 8 yards as he throws that one to Josh Holsey. And Holsey is tackled, but not before he gets out. Yeah, they're going to mark him about the 24-yard line, a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
Halsey, a big 195-pound sophomore wide receiver or tight end, I guess he is, and he caught that ball and did a very good job of running after the catch. So pretty good gain on first down. 2nd short, you can do about what you want to on this play.
And under center is Caleb Bedford. They want to run the football, and they're not going to get to the line of scrimmage.
No.
Get to the 25. Well, they're close to it now. And they didn't get there at first. On second effort, they might have gotten the first down. Steinkamp, he did get it. He didn't have it initially, but second effort, he got across the 25 to pick up the first down.
Jake King was there, made the first hit. Zach Nunn was there, Dario Marquez, so good job of stuffing that play at the line of scrimmage, but it is enough for the first down. They didn't need very much.
First down, right hash mark, their own 26-yard line. Eagles have a 1-point lead. We're in the first quarter. Bedford under center and wants to throw, swings it out in the flat, and that ball is dropped. That'll be an incomplete pass. Sean Whitley had it and then dropped it, and the official blew the whistle immediately, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
You know, Kobe Lowe about 1 step away from another pick 6 right there. Kobe was heading toward the ball. He knew where the ball was going, just could not quite get there, but pretty good defense by the Vikes.
2nd down and 10. That stops the clock with 4:41 to go here in the first quarter. 7-6 CMU. And the ball just across the 25-yard line. Jamal Williams, one-on-one with Terrence White. And he's looking that way, throws it over the middle, and this one's dropped. And that was Jamal Williams.
And Jamal Williams wide open. He got in the seam there right across the middle, about a 5 or 6 yard route, and no Viking really around, but the ball goes right through Williams' hands. So a couple of drops by CMU. It's 3rd and 10. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Central Methodist leads the Vikings 7-6. Both teams have a pick 6 here in this first quarter.
Dario Marquez checks into the Viking defensive lineup. Nick Franny is the center for the Eagles, wears number 60. In motion goes Whitley on this 3rd down and 10. Bedford back to throw, rushes on, he's hit as he throws, it's incomplete. Great coverage, and that was Marquez who just came into the game. He hit the receiver just as the ball got there, and Bedford is limping as, boy, did the Vikings bring the heat.
Yeah, Marquez and Terrence Hollins-White both there on the coverage, and like you said, Marquez put a big-time hit on the receiver about the same time the ball got there, so Vikings should get pretty good field position. Rick Fuentes and looks like Darian Turk will stand back just inside or outside of their own 30-yard line to receive this punt with 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter.
Jade Taggart will punt. Good snap. Rushes on. He gets it away.
Marquez almost got it.
And Fuentes takes it. Breaks one tackle. Fuentes tries to turn the corner. Gets to the 40. Picks up about 3 yards. But a good job by Rick Fuentes to field that punt. And Marquez almost got the block.
Marquise McIntosh, a freshman out of Kansas City, downfield to make the stop for Central Methodist. But, yeah, Rick Fuentes, one more step, and I think he'd been loose for about 25 more yards.
You're listening to Viking football on KMMO. Marshall, Stretch Internet, and Livestream.com. Viewing on Livestream.com.
All right, guys, let's drive it and take the lead.
Take the lead here late in the first quarter.
Hawkins still the running back.
And they'll work out of the pistol. Darian Stenard is lined up to the left. 2 wide receivers to the right. And they're going to hand it off to Hawkins. He breaks it up the middle. Hawkins to midfield, turns the corner to the 40. Hawkins races on to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, up the left sideline. Touchdown, Elliott Hawkins.
61-yard run for Elliott Hawkins on the first play from scrimmage on this drive. Gives the Vikings their first lead of the game with 4:13 left in the quarter.
You know, Joe, he had a long touchdown run against Culver. He does show some speed when the big guy gets out in the open field, doesn't he?
I thought they were going to catch him. I really thought a back would catch him, but Elliott was pulling away when he danced into the end zone.
So the Vikings, despite numerous mistakes in the first quarter, take the lead. And Elliott Hawkins with a big run, a nice block by Delvon Franklin.
Let's get this one right, guys.
Let's see if Desi can get an extra point through. And now a flag before the snap.
Come on, guys, keep those flags in your pocket.
If this goes against CMU, the Vikings may think about going for it here. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go for it.
All right, yeah.
The Vikings,
why not? You have one to make up.
Yeah.
So.
Paul Tross said, get over here, let's go. The penalty's going to put the ball at the 1 yard line, so the Vikings are going to go for 2 here, leading 12-7. It's been a strange first quarter.
A lot of different things have happened that you don't ordinarily see.
Now the Vikings will go for it. Let's see, the play clock's at 24. So they got plenty of time to get set up here for this.
Big Delvon Franklin in there at that blocking back position.
And Ja'Cory Johnson is right behind Middleton. So the Vikes don't have far to go, but they don't like to go under center. Middleton will stand in that pistol set and throw it to the side. Is caught. That's big Delvon Franklin. And he gets the 2-point conversion. Boy, he takes a pretty good shot afterwards. But the Vikings get the 2-point conversion. They're up 14-7. I think that's the first catch of the year and the first 2 points for Delvon this year.
Hey, we're just not mentioning his name enough. We mention his name, he makes a play.
So Delvon Franklin, nice play out of the backfield. First time we've really seen that. And Valley, after the big run, they get the 2-point conversion. They're up 14-7. 4:13 to go first quarter. Back in 30, Viking Sports Network.
That was big there.
The one name you need to know for maintenance and repair on your diesel is Marshall Diesel. Marshall Diesel does everything from oil changes to overhauls. And if you think you can handle the job yourself, they'll sell you exhaust parts, filters, belt hoses, air valves, brake parts, and more. Marshall Diesel also has 1,100 cranking amp batteries, open 8 to 5 weekdays till noon on Saturday. Call Randy Adams at 886-8646 to get your work done at Marshall Diesel. 758 North Miami and Marshall. Credit cards welcome. See MarshallDiesel.com.
Well, the Viking rushing statistics are pretty good. Jakari Johnson had that long run, and now a 61-yard run by Mr. Hawkins. So the Vikings putting on a show on the ground. Villanueva will kick it off. And this is a low line drive spinning, and it's taken head high by Brandon Justice, who looks for running room, tries to get to the outside, and he's finally going to be wrapped up by Suter at the 26-yard line. He was spinning and dancing, trying to get away, and Suter just finally wrapped him up and threw him down.
Give Suter 2 points, a very effective takedown right there.
Well, the ball is at the 27-yard line. That's where CMU will take over. They got off to a great start. First play, the Vikings had a pick six, but the Vikings have their own pick six by Ricky Williams. Another long touchdown run by Elliott Hawkins to lead 14-7. And the ball is at the 27-yard line, right hash mark. That's where CMU will go to work.
Cody Hendricks checks into the Viking defense at one of those linebacker positions. Cody is I've got him listed as a junior out of Hollister, California.
First down, here's the pitch. They try to run to the outside, and a good gain on first down all the way to the 34-yard line. Goes Tyler Steinkamp.
Jacob King out there to make the stop, assisted by Kobe Loeb. Pretty good gain on first down, and there again, that second very short, and Central has a lot of options here. See what they try to dial up.
Steinkamp out of New London. I believe he played his high school ball at Mark Twain High School.
Mark Twain had an undefeated team this year.
Yep.
Carl Asbury, a former Viking, the head coach up there, and Carl did a great job this year.
Second down and a yard from the 36-yard line. They want to keep it on the ground, and they'll get the first down against Steinkamp. Follows the left side blockers out to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. CMU moves the chains, 3:21 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, first down, Jacob King made the stop for the Vikes, but that's going to take it all the way out to about the 39-yard line. Central Methodist in their own territory. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Vikings, 2 unanswered touchdowns. They lead it 14-7.
First and 10 from the 39-yard line. They have switched to the left hash mark for this first play. Play action, Bedford. He is hit, fumbles the ball. It's loose at the 31. Who's got it? Bedford hit from behind, fumbled, and the Vikings come up with it. Boy, it was a jailbreak. I don't know who got to Bedford first.
Allen
Kilgore's there.
Kilgore was there. Jeff Desir was there. Diedrich Allen was there. Good rush by that Viking front line that time. And there we go. So the Vikes doing okay on that turnover ratio right now. We're ahead 2-1 today.
And I believe it was Ricky Williams who picked up the loose ball. So the Vikings have it at the CMU 30. Bedford was hit from the back, and he just could not hang on. Boy, the Vikings were all over him, and now Monty Rowe's defense dialed it up. Let's see if the offense can take advantage.
And, yeah, looks like Hawkins, is that Hawk back in the, yeah, Hawk back in the backfield again.
Had a big 61-yard run. Middleton on first down throws, completes it inside the 20, down to about the 16 or 17-yard line. Better looking throw. And that is Darian Turk who makes the catch. First down, Vikings inside the 20-yard line.
Stop that time for Central Methodist by Brandon Justin. He's the young man that got the pick six for the first score of the game. At that time, Middleton right on target to Turk, and that's enough for another first down.
Now the Vikings use a hurry up here as they get up to the line of scrimmage from the 17-yard line. First and 10. Hawkins stays in that backfield. They give it to him right up the middle. Another big hole, and he fights his way. They're going to say the knee was down at the 12, but that's still a real nice gain on first down. Gain of about 5 for the young man from Oklahoma.
Matt Harmon, senior linebacker out of Kansas City, made that last stop for Central Methodist. Again, with these hurry-up offenses, you see a lot more plays run in a college football game today.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for each team to run 80 plays in a college game anymore. Some teams like Baylor University, they may run 90.
Yeah. Take no time at all between plays.
Second down and 5. The ball is at the 13. Hawkins again, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the CMU Eagle defense. Wes Davis, one of those who was in there. And it's third down and 5, no gain.
And down in front, I see Jennifer Hiller, wife of Valley offensive coordinator Brian Hiller, and her son, he's got a Viking hat on. He's got Viking horns sticking out and a Viking hat. So the Hillers are true Vikings today, aren't they?
And she is the head of alumni relations. And by the way, good intro. She'll be my guest at halftime talking about homecoming next weekend.
Okay.
3rd down and 5 for the Vikes, trying to take advantage of a fumble. Middleton rolls to his right, throws, dumps it off. It'll be a 1st down. Nice job. He just rolled to his right and waited.
Is that Delvon again?
For Delvon Franklin to get open, gave him the ball, and it's 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Delvon says, hey, man, I'm a pass catcher now.
You know, in past years, he's caught quite a few passes. I think these are the first 2 I remember him catching this year.
Now they bring in another tight end, Maurice Anglin. Will check in. 1st and goal for the Vikes in the 4-yard line. Nice job by Middleton there, Joe. He rolled, took his time, waited for Franklin to clear, and then got him the ball.
He made a great play fake.
1st down. Here's Jakari Johnson. Middleton made a great fake. I thought Jakari had the ball. Middleton kept it. He goes in from 4 yards out. Great fake. You fake me out, it's a great fake, you know that. Touchdown.
That was that quarterback read option, and Middleton stuck it in Jakari Johnson's stomach, pulled it out, and more or less danced into the end zone. So the Vikings have struck with lightning as they lead with less than a minute to play here in the first half. 3 straight touchdowns to make it 20-7. The PAT attempt coming up.
And there is the kick, and hey, hallelujah. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. Valley 3 first-quarter touchdowns. They lead at 21-7, 45 seconds to go in the first quarter on the Viking Sports Network.
If you haven't bought a home recently, it won't take long for you to find out how much has changed in the past couple of years. Changes to market condition, financing, updated laws, regulations are just a few issues the team at the Ashford Agency stays current on. If you have never bought a home, we are here to help and teach you how to buy a home. We can help every step of the way through the buying process. Call the Ashford Agency today at 886-8557 or visit us at 452 West Arrow in Marshall.
Villanueva gets the extra point. The Vikes have scored 21 straight points after kind of a rocky start in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this game, Joe, and the Vikes are in control right now. But as you said, they've done that in the past here at home. So let's don't let up right now. Let's keep it going here.
That shows what kind of ability this team has, though, to make that many mistakes and still score 3 touchdowns this quickly.
And here's the kick that's going to be taken again by Justin. Right up the middle. He's hit again by Suter, and here come the rest of the purple shirts. And he'll get out to about the 24-yard line. Whew. This special teams, they have some quickness on special teams. Jakari comes out of that pile again as well. They've got some guys that can get downfield in a hurry.
Jakari, Suter, Cedric O'Hara. Yeah, good pursuit by the Vikes, and they pin Central Methodist back inside the 25. Right about the 24-yard line with 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's all Missouri Valley, at least right now, 21-7.
Well, Monty Rowe dialed up that blitz on the last place of CMU's, and they got to the quarterback. And now it's 1st down from the 24-yard line for Bedford. And they're going to run the pitch play to Steinkamp. Steinkamp gets the corner and picks up a 1st down. Got a nice block on the edge and picks up enough for a 1st down. So they found out there's not much inside the tackles. So they give it to Steinkamp, and he picks up a 1st down as he runs to the left side, gets all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Ricky Williams, the junior linebacker out of Florida City, Florida, there to bump Steinkamp out of bounds. And now Ricky Fuentes on the training table down below. Looks like it might be a leg cramp. Rick Fuentes, I'm sure. It might be a leg cramp. They're stretching that left leg out on the table. Let's hope it's nothing more than that.
So it's 1st down from the 38-yard line for CMU. And they're going to keep it again. Ball was fumbled, picked up. And, boy, once you do that, forget it. The play is over. Those purple shirts were around the football there. Steinkamp fumbled the ball. Fortunate, it bounced right back up to him, but then he was hit right at the line, no gain. That's the end. He fumbled it,
didn't miss a beat, I don't think.
And that's the end of the first quarter. It started slowly for the Vikings, but they have taken it to the Eagles in the last 7 or 8 minutes. They lead 21-7. We're at the first quarter break on the Viking Sports Network.
Well, I've heard life is like a box of chocolates. Well, to me, it's like a scratch-off ticket. Are you in?
I'm in. Oh, come on, big money. Big money. Oh, man. Why a scratch-off ticket, homie? You do have a problem.
We all want to get rich quick. Most attempts fail miserably. But the idea, that's what keeps you coming back for more.
Speak for yourself, homie.
Big money. Big money. Oh, man.
All right, back to work.
We here at Heinzler Brothers aren't the luckiest group of guys, but that's good for you, because when you need welding, we're the company to call. 886-7775.
Well, we had the quarter number 2, and the Vikings have a 21-7 lead. CMU will have it second down and 10. We don't have the first quarter numbers, so we'll get those for you if we can, but pretty impressive. You know, rushing's well over 100 yards just on 2 carries, Joe.
Yeah, Hawkins broke that long. That was a 61-yard touchdown run. I think that was about a 54-yard run by Jakari Johnson to get the Vikings deep into Central Methodist territory.
So second down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 37-yard line, left hash mark. They'll work out of the pistol set on the second down play. Bedford, pressure right up the middle, and he's going to be sacked. Kyreton Kilgore got him. He got there, and he wrapped up those legs and got the young man from Houston to the turf at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kyreton showed good agility that time as Bedford tried to dance around in the backfield, and Kyreton stayed down low, spun to the outside, and got to him. So a nice sack that time by Kyreton. Again, Kyreton is a sophomore out of St. Louis. Weighs in at 288.
And that was his 5th sack of the year. And on our pregame interview with Jody Ford, the head coach of the Eagles, he said, I'd like to have Kyreton Kilgore on my defensive line. And he knows why right there. Third down and 16.
He plays that nose guard. And at that position, you just kind of follow the ball. You go whatever direction you want to go. And Kyreton, for a big guy, 288 pounds, he's got good quickness.
CMU takes the timeout. Jody Ford wants to talk about this big third down and 16 play coming up. We'll step aside for 30 seconds as well on the Viking Sports Network.
All of us at John Rector Motors are proud to represent the award-winning lineup of Chevrolet in today's exciting new Buicks and GMCs. We are also proud to partner with Chevrolet and the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer program. Come in and find out how you can help in the fight against breast cancer. You can also find out how to save thousands with customer cash, bonus cash, down payment assistance, and more on a new Chevy, Buick, or GMC. So find new roads at John Rector Motors in Marshall.
Well, CMU taking their first time out of the half as they wanted to talk about this third down and long play. The Vikings have their safeties all the way back at midfield. Third down and 16. Bedford takes the snap, surveys the field, rolls. He's going to throw it high in the air, and it is incomplete. That thing, he just threw it straight up in the air and tried, I guess, to get Williams,
Hail Mary,
or Whitley to jump under it, and it was almost like a Hail Mary pass at midfield, and the defenders went up, knocked it away, and so the punting team comes on.
I saw 4 different people signaling for a fair catch on that play.
Pass. He just threw that straight up in the air. And I guess, hope that Whitley could outleap someone to get there. Now the Vikings having some problems getting people on the field. They've had some issues, special teams all year long. Hollins White was going to come out, and then I don't even know if the Vikes have enough on the field, but here's the punt. And Jakari Johnson goes back, fields it at the 20. Tries to tightrope the sideline and bumped out of bounds at the 25. He didn't have much room. Nice punt as that punt went right to the sideline. They really pinned Johnson in there. The Vikings will take over at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, let's see if we can keep it going. The Vikes have scored three unanswered touchdowns after that early pick six by Central Methodist, but let's see if the offense can put a drive together. We've had several big plays, but let's see if we can drive it right down the field.
How about this? Final score, William Penn 34, Peru State 31. Good game.
Thought that would be a good game. Yep.
At the Oak Bowl, how many yards rushing in that game?
Probably about 3,000.
Baker over Avila 28-7, late second quarter, no surprise. Evangel Mid-American Nazarene, no score first quarter. On the first down play, here's Middleton, keeps it again. He's going to be wrapped up, lost the football, and CMU has it.
Yeah,
well,
nice play.
Turnovers continue.
That was Kyle Livingston. He's a freshman linebacker out of Harrisonville, Missouri. He's the guy that made the hit and jarred that ball loose from Travis Middleton. So that's not what the Vikings needed. Is right now Central Methodist will have it 1st and 10 at the Viking 25-yard line, just underway in the second quarter. 21-7 Missouri Valley.
Well, this Viking offense has to figure out a way to hang on to the football.
Oh, they do.
Turnovers are just too many turnovers. And that time, you're right, Livingston grabbed him and just stripped him at the same time, and Middleton unable to hang on. But the turnovers are just, well, the coaching staff, they know it. So here we go, the defense back on the field here just when the Vikes were starting to take charge. And on 1st down, they're going to hand it off. Big hole up the middle, and that will be a 1st down all the way to the 10-yard line for Tyler Steinkamp. But, Joe, again, the other thing that happens with the turnovers is this defense just has to take so many snaps on the field.
Oh, they do, and Jonathan Battle brought him down there, brought Steinkamp down. But, yeah, big turn of momentum in favor of Central Methodist right there as they've got the ball 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line.
Well, let's see if the Vikes can stop him here. At least hold them to a field goal attempt. The ball is in the middle of the field right on the 10-yard line for Caleb Bedford and the Eagles. That was the second Viking turnover. Bedford throws, and he's got a touchdown as he rolled to his right. Out of the backfield, John Fuller, touchdown Eagles. They take advantage of the Viking fumble, and it's now 21-13.
2 Viking turnovers, 2 Central Methodist touchdowns.
Yeah, there's no secret. The Viking problem this year, turnovers, and it's continuing today. The extra point attempt coming. It's 21-13. You've got to hang on to the football. Try to make it 21-14. Ball down. Kick is on the way. It's up, and it is good, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see what this is all about.
Kicker Luke Longstreet out of Montgomery County, Missouri.
I think they're going to go. The extra point is going to be good. If the penalty was on the Vikings, they may assess it here on the kickoff. Let's see. But the turnover turns into points. 2 Viking turnovers turning into 14 CMU points. 21, well, they haven't put the point on the board yet. Now they will. 21-14, 13-21 to go in the first half on the Viking Sports Network.
For years, you've trusted MFA for all your livestock needs, and they've always come true for you. Now MFA offers the Gold Star team of livestock minerals, specially designed for balanced nutrition, better reproductive health, overall herd health, and production. You want to maximize health, production, and profits in your herd. Now feel secure knowing that MFA's complete line of Gold Star minerals will set a new standard of excellence and performance in your herd. When it comes to your herd, get what you need. Get MFA Gold Star minerals from Central Missouri Agri-Service, where our success is measured by your success.
Well, the penalty was on the Vikings, so it was a personal foul. The Vikings have had numerous personal foul penalties this year as well, and that takes the ball all the way to midfield. Now, Joe, you can almost squib it. You could almost onside kick this thing. There's a lot of things you could do here.
Or you or I could kick it into the end zone if we wanted to.
I think so. 21-14. Valley had the ball back and looking like, okay, here we go. But another turnover led to points, and it's 21-14. And they're just going to kick this one into the end zone and not give the Vikings a chance to come out of it. But here they come anyway. And right up the middle is Darian Turk. Turk gets across the 25, and as he was trying to make a cut, he was hit at the 27-yard line. He gets by. If he could get by Jason Carr, the kicker, he might have taken it the distance.
I'm saying no, go.
Oh, one move.
Yeah, I didn't think Darian made a good choice bringing that ball out of the end zone, but he got it out to about the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. So that was about a 37-yard return because he caught that ball right on the back edge of the end zone.
Remember, we learned that last year. In college football, it's only a 100-yard return if you take it. Remember, from the back of the end zone, who did? We had a player do that last year.
Yeah.
And it only counts officially as a 100-yard return.
Hey, with the speed we've got, why not?
Why not? And, I mean, that was close. Now another flag is thrown. Procedure against this Viking. The Vikings just continue to make mistakes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Now we've got it 1st down and 15. And that Darian Turk just does 5 push-ups after the flag found the penalty. The motion was on him or what, but Darian did 5 push-ups out in the left flat between plays.
First and 15 from the 23-yard line. The Eagles right back in this game after the fumble. And they want to throw over the middle, and it hits Darian Stenard in the back.
Yeah, Dorian not looking at all that time.
Wasn't looking. The ball hit him right in the 4, right in the middle of the back. Second down and 15.
Pass was on target, at least what Middleton wanted to do there.
Wow. Now you could just hear the crowd just kind of murmuring to themselves like, what in the world's going on here? Second and 15. Middleton's coming out.
I think I see Wildcat maybe.
And here comes the Wildcat.
Wildcat.
So Rick Fuentes will be in there.
Johnson.
On second down and 15.
Is that McKell? Who is that? Is that McKell Johnson back there?
McKell Johnson's in here now. The Vikings will take a timeout.
Both Yakari and McKell Johnson in those running back positions with Rick Fuentes right in the middle.
And they had they brought Middleton out as a wide receiver, but there was so much confusion the Vikings have to take a timeout. 13-12 to go, 21-14 Valley. We're back in 30 seconds.
Now's the time to book your holiday party at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall. Whether it's a family gathering, social group event, or a company party, Stonehenge Golf Club offers a comfortable, quality facility to make your event a success. Choose from a sit-down or buffet-style meal or an hors d'oeuvre buffet, along with a cash, ticketed, or open bar, all set to your tastes and desires. Call George at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall to book your holiday party now. 886-4653. That's 886-4653.
21-14, Valley with a lead, but CMU taking advantage of a couple of Viking turnovers. Now it is second down, and forget the Wildcat. The Vikings go back to their regular formation, bring Hawkins in, and Middleton at quarterback. I think there was some confusion, and while there was there, they did not have the element of surprise, so they go back to the regular set, second and 15. Middleton over the middle, throws, it's caught. Fuentes dropped the ball. That should be incomplete.
I don't know what they're going to call.
That's got to be an incomplete
I would
pass.
think so. I think that's what one official's signaling. I think the other official thought it was a catch. I think one guy did signal incomplete. Let's see who rules.
Well, they're going to give the Vikings the ball and say it was a completed pass. Boy, there was a scramble for that thing. I didn't think Ricky had possession of it.
No.
So another fumble.
Wow.
And we'll take a look at the replay here on our live stream as Fuentes came across the middle, got the ball, and it looked like from up here that he never had possession, but the officials did rule it a catch.
Zavon Moore, I think, got their fumble recovery, the big tackle.
He never had possession of that ball. It's third down and 9. Back to throw, rushes on, and again, play is stopped. Now what? Boy, this offensive unit is just self-destructing. Vikings have to use another timeout.
What big Damian Stevens, 255-pound senior lineman out of Piscataway, New Jersey, right in Middleton's face that time. So good thing the Vikes got that timeout call.
And he already has 7 sacks on the year, and he was looking for number 8. But Valley has to take yet another timeout. It's third down and 9, 12:30 to go in the first half. And to be quite honest about the offense is not clicking, at least quite yet in this ball game. Let's take a 30-second break. We're right back.
4 little words will change both of your lives forever. This is Stacy at Sturhan Jewelers. Next to finding a mate, buying an engagement ring might be one of the biggest decisions you'll make. So come to Sturhan Jewelers and let us help you choose a ring that not only looks drop-dead gorgeous the moment you put it on, but stays that way for a lifetime. We now offer financing. Plus, the latest styles from classic and halos to vintage and more at prices you're sure to fall in love with at Sturhan Jewelers on the east side of the Marshall Square and at jewelryandmarshall.com.
21-14, Valley with a lead, but it's third down and 9. Dorian Stannard has not caught a pass yet in this ball game. Turk has one. Back to throw. Rushes on. They swing it out of the backfield to Hawkins. Hawkins cannot get away from Livingston. They'll have to punt it.
Yeah, nice defense. Livingston was holding on for dear life there, and he wrestles Hawkins, gets some help from some other defenders. So not a good drive, not a good offensive series for the Vikings that time, and they'll punt it. 12-13 to go in the first half. Vikings led by 2 touchdowns minutes ago. Now it's a 1-touchdown lead, and CMU is going to get the ball back.
And back deep is Keenan Honore and Sean Whitley.
Nice punt.
Nice high punt. Sends Whitley back over his head. He'll stay away from it. The Vikings down it at the 18-yard line. Fuentes did that. Great punt by Villanueva, one of the leading punters in the country, averaged coming into this game 47.3 yards a punt, and that didn't hurt his average at all there.
As they say in golf, he hit that one on the screws.
Hit that one on the sweet spot, didn't he? So the ball is back at the 19, and let's see if the Viking defense can force a turnover now. 21-14, Valley with the lead. They scored the last 21 points of the first quarter, and then a turnover to start the second quarter, give CMU a touchdown, and now the Viking defense back to work.
Yeah, defense has really played pretty well most of the game. Gave up that touchdown a minute ago, but they've looked pretty good so far.
Kevin Dennis back as the running back in this offense. Bedford wants to throw over the middle. He completes it. Jamal Williams hit from behind, gains about 6. Gets across the 25 to the 26. The first catch for Jamal Williams, young man out of Kansas City.
Dedrick Allen, the junior defensive lineman out of Sacramento, California, gets into the backfield there to make the tackle. But a good gain on first down. It's second down and about 3 for Central Methodist ball just across their own 25-yard line.
Honore goes wide to the left side. That's the short side of the field. Now they're going to pitch it to Dennis, running to the right. He did not get the first down. I thought he was going to turn those shoulders upfield, and then he was hit. Suter was there, and somebody else put a lick on him.
Greg Johnson also came up off that defensive back position. Suter hit him first, I think, then Greg Johnson definitely finished him off. So it's a big on third down at about 2.
Yeah, you're right. It was Greg Johnson coming up from his safety spot, and did he put a hit on him? 3rd and 2. Whoa. That play came to a halt in a hurry, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
All right, big 3rd down and 2 here as Bedford works under center. A lot of movement.
Somebody
and the Vikes may be offside again.
Yeah, it might have been.
No, they're going to say procedure.
Procedure, good. That's going to make it now 3rd and about 7.
I see the linesman on the far side saying procedure. And
that's it. That's a call.
Nate Chitwood will tell us the same thing. It's a procedure call, so 3rd and about 6 will change the play here. We have 10:38 to go in this first half. 21-14. Vikings with a lead. 3rd and 6. Bedford will go under center again. They have a couple of wide receivers off to the left side. On 3rd down, Bedford. Back to throw. Throws. The ball is bobbled and incomplete and should have been caught. Should have been caught by Keenan Honore, as he, on the slant pattern at the 35, would have had some room to run, and he couldn't hang on.
He would have taken off down the middle of the field. You're right, that ball should have been caught, and it could have been intercepted after Honore flipped it up into the air. But so Vikings get a break right there, and now Central will kick it to him.
You're right. Once the ball popped up in the air, the Vikings could have had a chance to pick it off. But it's an incomplete pass, a 3 and out, and the Eagles will punt it away. Good snap. And this is a
nice
wobbly
kick.
spiral. Fair catch called for and made by Johnson at the 32-yard line. So the Viking defense hold. Both teams now with a 3 and out. Let's see if the Valley offense can get things untracked here.
I'm looking. I think Jakari Johnson has about 7 different colors on his uniform right now. He's got pink, he's got orange, he's got black, white, purple. He's got them all.
It's taking a while to get coordinated to go to work. First down at the 33-yard line. We're in the second quarter. Middleton staying in at quarterback. Johnson is the running back on this series. Dorian Stenard checks the wristband. He's the wide receiver on the short side of the field, which is the right side. They give it off to Johnson. Looks for a block, tries to turn the corner. Good double team by the Eagles. They prevented that play from going anywhere at all. And one of those on the play was Brandon Justin.
Yeah, Brandon Justin was there. I think the first hit was made by Kyle Livingston, the freshman linebacker out of Harrisonville. But, yeah, Central Methodist did a good job covering that. It's a short gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings. 9:44 to go in the first half. Missouri Valley leading by a touchdown, 21-14.
Long way to go in this one, the way this game has started off in the first half. 2nd down. Back to throw. Looking deep. He's got Stenard underthrew him.
Yep, he was open.
Stenard had a good 2 or 3 steps on Justin, and the pass was underthrown.
Well, it was up in the air a long time. That ball had a lot of hang time, and Brandon Justin had time to get back. He was burned. Stenard had a couple of steps on him, but the ball with that hang time gave the defender time to get back and knock it down.
And now Brandon Justin, those defensive backs are out there in the aisle. He's doing some talking here, and he was beat, but the pass was underthrown, so it's 3rd and 8. Here's the throw over the middle. This is caught. And that's going to be a first down as this time Stenard hanging on at the 48-yard line. He went to the left side, came over the middle, made his first catch of the day. Vikings have a first down.
I think it was that Stenard, was that McKell? I think that might have been McKell Johnson.
No, it's right. Well, maybe it was. I thought it was 4.
I think it was McKell. I'm not sure. I think it was McKell, but I'm not sure.
So it's first down at the 48-yard line. And now Middleton going to take off. He gets inside the CMU 45 down to the 44. Nobody open, so he takes off. Nice run, though. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, that was that read option. Middleton stuck it in the belly of the running back Johnson, then took it off the left side, picked up a nice gain of about 8 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 2 in Central Methodist territory.
Vikings need a nice drive here to get that 2-touchdown lead back. Here comes Jakari. He turns the corner. Jakari Johnson gets inside the 35, down to the 34 on the run, as he follows that nice blocking up front. Zavon Moore, Mike Davis, Troy Jones, Sheldon Chisholm, and Zach Gibson. First down for the Vikes. It's a 34.
Sophomore defensive back DeMonte Bellinger out of Crescent City, Florida, made that last stop for Central Methodist.
Trips to the right side for Valley. And again on the read option, they give it off to Johnson. Nowhere to go. Reverses his field. Now gets a couple of yards. He tried to reverse his field from left to right and then saw a slight opening up the middle. Nice tackle. He's down after a gain. But a gain, look at that, a gain of 4 on that play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that was a good hit that time by linebacker Matt Harmon out of Kansas City. So 2nd down, let's call it 2nd down and 7 for the Vikes.
8 minutes to go in the half. As once again up the middle, it's Jakari Johnson. Gets to the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, big 3rd down play right here. We're down to almost 7.5 minutes to play in the half. So Vikes want to keep this drive alive if they can.
Probably in 2-down territory here, I'm guessing. Be a long field goal. Not much breeze today. Johnson stays in the backfield, lined up to the left of Middleton on this 3rd down play. Middleton looks out of the backfield, now throws it to Fuentes, makes the catch, but he had to reach out for that one, picked up only a yard. It's 4th down and 4 from the 29-yard line.
And Rick whacked down right after he made that catch by Damian Stevens, a big defensive lineman. So 4th down at about 5 for the Vikings. So decision time here, ball resting on the 29-yard line. Looks like the Vikes are going to go for it.
They'll send Turk, Fuentes, and Mikael Johnson all to the left side. Stenard to the right on 3rd down. Over the middle. Passes high. It's caught anyway by Stenard. What a catch.
That's Siobhan.
Ball is loose, however.
Fumble.
And CMU has the ball.
Yep.
Another turnover. A great catch by Stenard, but he can't hang on as they rip the ball away. The Vikings just have to figure a way to hang on to the football. That is what, the 4th turnover already? Wow. Or it may have been Siobhan Richardson. Let's see who it was. Was it Siobhan Richardson, number 14, who made the catch and then fumbled the ball?
Yeah, Siobhan's first catch of the game. A nice throw by Middleton, a good catch, but the 3rd turnover by the Vikings here in the first half. And
you just can't keep doing it.
Cannot shoot yourself in the foot.
Good catch by Siobhan Richardson. I apologize to Darian Stenard, number 4. It was number 14 who made the catch. But then he fumbled the ball. The third turnover of the first half. And CMU with 6:46 to go gets the ball right back. Deep in their own end, the 10-yard line. And on first down, Bedford throws. It is incomplete. He had to throw over a linebacker and was trying to get it to Williams. It was incomplete. It'll be second down.
Terrence Hollins-White in the defensive secondary coverage for the Vikings. Pretty good coverage that time. Ball thrown low, so it'll be second down and 10. 6:42 to go in the half. 21-14, Mo Valley.
Ball right at the 10-yard line. Honore goes wide to the left side. Jamal Williams wide right. On second down and 10. They're going to run that pitch play to Steinkamp, and he breaks one tackle and falls forward to the 15 to bring up a 3rd and 5. They like to run that outside sweep with Steinkamp. He picked up 5 yards. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Jonathan Battle was right there. Also Terrence Hollins-White. Jake King, the first man to make contact. So it's 3rd down at about 5. So a big 3rd down play as the ball resting right about the 15-yard line. Let's see what the Eagles dial up on the offensive end right here.
Clock is moving. 6 minutes to go in the first half. They trail by 7. Under center is Bedford. Bedford backpedals. Looks to throw. In trouble. He is finally throws, and it's caught for a first down. He was scrambling around and then finally threw it. It was caught by Whalen for a first down, the tight end, at the 23-yard line.
Good pass by Bedford because Big Carton Kilgore took him right to the ground. I'm sure Bedford did not see that catch. All he could see was the partly cloudy sky above his Carton right in his lap.
But he threw it up, and Whalen made the catch. First down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles trying to march for the tying drive here. Take advantage of yet another Viking mistake. And they'll hand the ball off. And nice run on first down is Steinkamp out to the 29-yard line. He'll pick up 6, or pick up 5. No, give him 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. And a hurry-up offense by CMU. Back to throw is Bedford. Rushes on, throws to the side, incomplete. Whalen can't come up with that one. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, good pressure that time. Linebacker Ricky Williams coming from the outside on the pass rush for the Vikings. He got in Bedford's wheelhouse, and quarterback had to release the ball quicker than he wanted to, so good defensive pressure dialed up by the Vikes that time.
3rd down and 4 from the 30-yard line. 21-14. 3 first-half turnovers. The first 2 have resulted directly in scores. One a pick 6 and one a fumble deep in Viking territory. This one at the CMU 10, but CMU trying to take advantage of this one. 3rd down and 4 out of the pistol is Bedford. Back to throw. He throws it deep, and it's well overthrown as Williams tried to cut to the middle of the field, and the pass from Bedford sailed down the sideline. It's a miscommunication there. So it'll be 4th down in a punting situation.
Once again, good pressure from the outside by Ricky Williams. So Ricky dialed up a pretty good pass rush 2 plays in a row to keep the heat on Bedford. Now the Vikes will get it back as Johnson and Turk will drop back inside their own 30-yard line. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the half. 21-14 Valley.
Jade Taggart to punt, averages 31 yards a punt. Low line drive, could be returned. Turk has it. Turk gets to his own 35 to the 40, up the sideline to the 45 to midfield, and run out of bounds, but not before he gets into CMU territory. Let's see where they spot him. Great field position for the Vikings. They're going to spot that ball. And now a penalty on Valley.
Now Justin Conaway, he's a Moberly product, Ken. He was there to make the stop. He's, I guess, a backup quarterback for this team.
Well,
he bumped Turk out of bounds.
I think the Vikings rushed the punter. Roughed the punter.
Did they?
And now it's going to be first down for CMU.
I thought Marquez blew right by the side of the punter. He was there, but I didn't think he made any kind of contact, but I guess he did.
So it's first down for CMU. And if it's not a turnover, it's a penalty, and this Viking team just can't seem to get it right this afternoon. Another mistake. L&R Construction Marshall, Yeager Cycle Sedalia, WK Chevrolet Sedalia, Bill Bunch Chevrolet Higginsville, Martinburg Implement and Heinzler Brothers in Marshall all with us on the broadcast. First down, 35-yard line. Back to throw is Bedford. He's going to launch it down the sideline. It is thrown well out of bounds. Trying to get it to Williams, but that ball was thrown a good 10 yards out of bounds. Hollins White on the coverage.
Yeah, Terrence Hollins White was step for step with Williams that time. Very good pass coverage.
So it'll be second down and 10. This doesn't look like a performance with a week off. It looks like the first game performance with all the mistakes the Vikings have had here. But they still lead 21-14 late in the first half.
Defense has been on the field
a lot.
Quite a while here.
Second down and 10. Bedford under center. He wants to roll and throw, and it's caught, and it's short of the first down as he rolled to his right, threw it to Edward Bernard out of the backfield. He's pulled down, but it'll be third down and about 4. Where are they going to mark it?
That was Antoine Palmer, the sophomore defensive back out of Houston, Texas, that made that stop for the Vikings. So they gave him a gain of looks like about 6 on the play. Let's call it third down and 4.
Third down and 4. CMU comes into this game 2-4. The Vikings are 3-3.
Now Dario Marquez comes back in, gives the Vikings another defender in that secondary.
4:22 and counting. Third down and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Out of the pistol. Here's Bedford. Swings it to the sideline. Again, overthrows the intended receiver, and they'll have to punt it away.
So the Vikings actually turned the Eagles away, 6 plays during that drive. They stopped them the first time, 3 and out, and then had a roughing the punter penalty, and then they stopped them this time also.
Fourth down and 4, and Jody Ford says, let's punt it away. Taggart back to punt it.
Let's break a big one here, guys.
Be a good way to end the half. CMU will get the ball to start the second half. Not much of a rush here, and really not much of a punt. A low bouncing punt, and it's taken by Johnson. Jakari grabs it. He tries to get to the sideline, gets to the 25. Flag is down. That's probably going to be a block in the back. Another mistake by the Vikings, and this one's going to come on Cedric O'Hara, and he knew it.
Jeremiah Jackson, a Salisbury product, senior out of Salisbury, there to make the stop to bump him out of bounds. So it'll be the Viking ball, but it's going to back them up, as you said, Ken.
Penalties and turnovers have really hurt the Vikings here in the first half. They still have the lead, 21-14. Jennifer Hiller, alumni director, will be with us at half. We'll talk about homecoming next week. Exactly 4 minutes to go. Joe, you better be careful here.
Yeah,
that ball's all the way back to the, It's going to be back to the 10-yard line. You better be careful here.
Yeah, don't want to make a mistake back here. We're down to 4 minutes exactly in the half, so don't want to give them anything quick here, then have to kick to them to start the second half.
First down for the Vikings. McDaniel goes wide to the left side. Johnson is the running back. The line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line. Vikings just have one timeout remaining here in the first half. Middleton takes the snap, pumps once, throws. It is caught, and another flag goes down. We'll see what this penalty is all about. That was Acklin, the tight end, who made the catch, Maurice Anglin. But there is a flag down. Let's see what the penalty is all about. Would have been a short gain, and they may call holding on Stenard here. Another penalty. Well, they're talking about it. Well, we'll just wait and see what the officials decide.
No, we ate steak last week.
Yep.
Let's get fried chicken. No, I don't like chicken. Let's get spaghetti. They're everybody voicing their opinion as all the officials huddled right around the 15-yard line.
Ball's at the 19-yard line. It would have been a nice gain. But instead, we'll see what happens. Now the linesman is going to go over and talk to Jody Ford. So we still have not had any indication what that was all about. 3:53 to go in the first half, 21-14. Valley with a lead, but it has not been pretty. A lot of mistakes by this football team.
Pretty good crowd for Central Methodist over on the far side. Not that many bleachers, but they're pretty full.
And the penalty is going to go against the Vikings.
Was that Morris?
How can an illegal receiver be a tight end?
Unless he was lined up in a lineman position, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see the formation the Vikings were in.
Yeah, he may have been lined up as a
interior lineman. I don't know.
He was covered up, so he could not. Okay, he couldn't go downfield. So again, another mistake in week number 7 that you probably shouldn't have. So now the ball's back at the 5-yard line, 1st and 15. Wow.
Well, we're back in no man's land now, back around the 5-yard line.
And they want to throw out of there. And Middleton in trouble in the end zone. Throws. It is caught back at the original line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So the Vikings get a few of those yards back. McDaniel made the catch.
Matt Harmon there to make the stop for Central Methodist. So it's going to be 2nd down, and looks like 2nd down and about 9.5 right now.
Trips to the right side for Valley. Let's see if they want to go give it a shot here with 3:08 to go. And they're going to hand it off to Jakari. Jakari turns the corner. He's to the 20. Jakari's to the 30. Breaks the tackle and all the way out to the 35-yard line. Jakari Johnson. As they just went to the left side, he found a little seam, and he gets out to the 35-yard line, 1st down.
Logan Rolls, the junior defensive back out of California, possibly saved a touchdown that time because Jakari had a full head of steam, and Rolls wrestled him down about the 35.
2:51 to go in the half. Once again, they give it off to Johnson. No, Middleton keeps it on that read, fumbles the football. And I think CMU has it, and that will be the 4th turnover for Valley. This is unbelievable.
Wow.
This is unbelievable.
Wow. Cannot do that. That fumble recovery that time by a defensive back, Kyle McKenzie, out of Huntsville, Texas.
So 4 turnovers, numerous penalties, and now CMU with 2 timeouts could tie this game, and this crowd is just stunned. The Vikings have the worst turnover margin in NAI football, and they are not helping themselves today. I mean, he just put a hat on the football, and Middleton wasn't protecting the ball.
Well, the Vikings seem to have complete control of this game. Not that long ago, they were ahead 21-7, but right now it's 21-14, 2:41 left, and CMU a chance to tie it up. They've got the ball at the 44-yard line in Viking territory.
And on 1st down, they want to run the ball. They're going to get a couple of yards, and that's it, as they run straight ahead to Tyler Steinkamp. It'll be 2nd down. They go without a huddle here. 2:27 to go.
Defense has to step up one more time.
One more time. You ask your defense to do the job. 2nd down. Here's a quick throw to the outside. Dropped. And that was a forward pass. They tried to get that one to Adam Whelan, and Weiland dropped it. It'll be 3rd down. Stops the clock. 3rd and 8. Probably in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, I think they'll probably try to go all out here. They would like to get this game tied. And remember, Central Methodist gets the kickoff to start the 2nd half. So Vikes need another stop. Defense has done a pretty good job the entire 1st half. Let's see if we can do it one more time.
Trips to the right side. Out of the shotgun. Bedford will take the snap, standing back at the Viking 48-yard line. Waits, takes the snap, backpedals, surveys the field, and throws it away. He threw that one over the middle, and there was nobody there.
Did that knock the hat off the official? He lost his hat. I'm not sure if the ball hit it or he just lost it. He went down to a knee, one of the officials. That's going to be 4th down. 4th down about 8, and it looks like the Vikes or Central Methodist is going to kick.
Well, the defense does it again. Now, let's see if Darian Turk or Jakari Johnson can break one here.
Yeah, we need a big play.
Taggart averages just over 30 yards a punt. Standing at his own 45. High snap, pulls it down, gets it away, and that one is spinning side to side, and it will go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Nice punt.
Yes, it was. Very, very well placed.
6-yard line.
Yeah, 6-yard line. So Vikes with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to play in the half will have to go about 94 yards if they want to score here. They lead at 21-14, but need to be careful back here.
Yeah, and really fortunate to be leading with that many turnovers and that many mistakes, but still have a 21-14 lead. Let's see what Valley wants to do here.
I see Big Joe Young walking around on the sideline. Is he injured also?
He must be injured. Yeah, Joe hadn't played at all today.
He's walking around. He's got his jersey on, but no pads, no helmet.
So the ball to 7-yard line. You don't want to make a mistake here. You have a 7-point lead. You haven't played all that crisp of a football game. Jakari Johnson in the backfield. The ball's at the 6-yard line. And they hand it to Jakari. And he finds a small seam across the 10 out to the 12. 1:54 to go.
Yeah, Jakari kind of danced through a small hole that time. Did give the Vikings a little bit of running room. Gets the ball out to about the looks like 13-yard line or so.
2nd down and 4 for Valley. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Vikings up 21-14. KMMO Marshall, Stretch Internet, Livestream.com. Again, they give it off to Jakari. Bounces to the outside, and there are a lot of defenders there. He gets close to a first down, however, as he's across the 15, about to the 16. They should give him a first down, and they will. So that'll stop the clock with 1:18 to go in the half.
Tackle by defensive back Logan Rolls on the play, but again, that is a Viking first down, but time running out quickly here with 1:15 to go in the half.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. They want to throw to the sideline. This game is tied, folks. Another pick six. This one was thrown right to Kyle Livingston. And this offense is self-destructing. It's 21-20. That pass was thrown right to Livingston. Why throw the football? Yeah. A second pick six, 5th turnover is 21-20. This Viking team right now is in total disarray. Wow. What do you say about that, Joe?
I don't know. Again, I don't know what the record is for pick sixes, but we've seen 3 of them here in the first half. The bad thing, 2 of them by the other team. So
unbelievable.
That would hit Livingston right in stride that time.
Extra point is good. We're tied at 21, and this Valley offense has done. They're in trouble, at least right now. 1 minute 2 to go. 21 all. CMU and the Vikings. We'll be right back.
See for yourself why so many people are excited about Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. It's 2,200 square feet of sheer elegance, perfect to rent for your special events. You can bring your own decor, food, and beverage, or you can have them cater and serve your event. Located at 111 East Arrow in Marshall, next to Chic Salon, you won't be disappointed. Rehearsal dinner, reunions, business meetings, receptions, and more. Check out the Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. Call 202-3844 to find out more.
Wow. 2 pick sixes, all 3 touchdowns, direct results of Viking turnovers. The Vikings have turned it over 5 times, and this game is tied at 21.
Yeah, Vikes had a 2-touchdown lead. Looks like they were going to be in control, but not so at halftime. 1:02 left to go, so let's see if we can break a big kickoff return here.
And that last pass, Joe, there wasn't a receiver within 10 yards. All right, let's see if the Vikes can return something here.
Johnson.
Johnson has it, and he's looking for running room. Spins at the 30, stays on his feet, turns the corner at the 40, and is run out of bounds actually back at the 37-yard line. Now that is Dorian Stenard, the kick returner.
Brandon Justin made the stop for special teams for Central Methodist. So Vikings with 53 seconds left to play in the first half will take it over 1st and 10 right at their own 37-yard line. We're tied at 21.
2 pick sixes and a short field with which to work after one of the numerous Viking turnovers. So here come the Vikings. Joe, I don't know. Right now, if I'm offensive coaches, I say let's take a knee. Let's go get this figured out because another turnover here could be disastrous. But let's see what the Vikes decide to do. 37-yard line. Tied at 21. And they will keep it off to Johnson. Jakari fights for a few yards across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, right now neither team looks to be in too big of a hurry to stop the clock.
Yeah, the Vikings tried a little pass to the outside, and that was miscommunication.
Now I think I think the Vikings do take a timeout now with 29 seconds left to play in the half.
All right, we'll take one as well. 21 all, CMU and Missouri Valley. The Viking turnovers have been the story of this game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
There's nothing like a good backup plan. If you have a life insurance policy at work, you may already have one. But what if it's discontinued? Talk to a Shelter insurance agent. They'll help show you how to provide a safety net for your loved ones, or set up a policy that builds cash value, or how to leave a legacy to a special charity or institution. Learn what life insurance can do for you. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For all your insurance needs, see Terry Townsend in Marshall.
Going to be second down at about 7. As the Vikings, a decent crowd here now, but boy, are they...
Well, I think now you got to take a shot downfield.
Yeah, I do
throw
too.
something deep and try to make a big catch down there and get in field goal range, because really would need to get some points, or Central Methodist is going to take a lot of momentum into the locker room. So I'd take a shot, try to break a receiver open downfield.
Trips to the right side. The Vikings were at the 10-yard line, a fumble there. And they want to throw the screen. They're going to give it to Johnson. Johnson gets to the 45, breaks the tackle in midfield, still on his feet. He's to the CMU 31-yard line. A little pass over the middle. Now the Vikings do not have a timeout.
They're going to have to kill it. Going to have to spike it.
They do. They'll stop the clock to move the chains here. So the Vikings now, as soon as they stop it, will probably spike it on first down, and they do. What a nice little screen pass over the middle to Jakari Johnson, and he made it into something all the way to the 31-yard line. So now it'll be second down and 10 with 14 seconds remaining in the half.
Ken, I think one thing we're starting to see, if the Vikings can get the ball to Jakari Johnson out in open space with any kind of room, he's going to make something big happen. He's got some great tools, some good speed, and that time he weaved and twisted and spun and got the ball all the way down. So the Vikings, you would hope not too far out of field goal range, but we've only got 14 seconds left to play, so maybe a couple plays and going to have to kick it.
And be careful here. Ball at the 31-yard line. Middleton wants to throw, and he's going to take off with it. He has nowhere to go. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does at the 21 with 6 seconds remaining. Well, he started to run upfield and realized I have no timeouts left, and got out of bounds at the 21.
That would have ended the half. Now, what do? 6 seconds. I'm not sure what Villanueva's range is. He's had a tough time kicking this year, but I don't see him on the field right now. So with 6 seconds left, looks like the Vikes going to try maybe another quick play to the sideline. I'm not sure.
Well, you better hurry because you only have 6 seconds, and if you tackle him in bounds, the half's going to come to an end.
Either sideline or throw it in the end zone, one or the other.
3 wide receivers off to the left side. You have to make this quick. And too much time. Middleton scrambles, throws. It's intercepted. That's another turnover.
Same guy.
Middleton probably has more turnovers than he has completions. I'm not kidding. It's going to be close. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the mistakes the Vikings have made in this first half. So we are at the break, and somehow this game is still tied at 21-all. We'll be back. We'll take a look at the statistics, and we have a visit coming up with Jennifer Hiller. It's all coming up as we start our halftime show in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
Richardson's Detailing and Mobile Service will help you with all your vehicle and power washing needs. Monday through Saturday, the shop is open for vehicle cleaning, basic washes to full details, and the mobile unit is ready to power wash your homes, fences, decks, and agricultural equipment. Protect your investment by having them professionally cleaned. To schedule an appointment, stop by 259 West Boyd Street in Marshall or call 815-7511. Richardson's Detailing and Mobile Service. Professional, personable, affordable, and waiting for the next dirty job.
Relief at the pump may mean opportunity for your portfolio. Hi, I'm Ryan Bamer, your Marshall, Missouri, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. With the recent price swings in gasoline, you may be wondering, what does this mean for my investments? Find out in our new report, Opportunities in the Oil Sector. Call 660-831-0502. That's 660-831-0502. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Well, this game is tied at 21-all, and the story of the first half, and there's just no other way to put it, it's been the turnovers by Valley, Joe. I have unofficially 6 turnovers, 4 interceptions, and 2 lost fumbles in the first half.
You know, Ken, this is going to sound very wacky, very crazy, but I feel pretty good right now with all the mistakes that have been made that we're tied at 21.
I agree with that.
I feel pretty good going into the second half. Hopefully we've got it all out of our system.
Because it has just been mistake after mistake. 2 pick sixes. Of course, the Vikings have returned one touchdown very well. But, Joe, the Vikes were up 21-7, had the ball again. Is that reminiscent of the Peru State game? They had the ball again, and it looked like you go down and score. We're going to turn this thing around. Then they fumbled, and all of a sudden it was a touchdown by CMU, and here come the Eagles, and they've tied this game at 21.
Well, you know, this will be a gut check time for the guys in the locker room. Let's see if we can get it together, and let's come out and have a big second half again. You know, this could be we could be behind 3 touchdowns. So
yeah, you're right.
Tied up 21-21. That's okay. But you're right. We've got to cut out the mistakes. This Central Methodist team's a pretty good football team.
They're not bad. We're going to take another break. When we come back, hopefully we'll have some stats. If not, we'll hear from Jennifer Hiller. We'll talk about all the homecoming activities coming up next week on the Valley campus. But we'll continue in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
UPI Park's Hog Market at Sweet Springs buys all classes of slaughter hogs, sows, boars, butchers, and all quality animals at the best prices around. You, the producer, will reap the benefits by calling UPI Park's Hog Market. Plus, they also buy sheep and goats. UPI Park's Hog Market are humane animal handling professionals and can also provide transportation for your hogs. Call weekdays between 8 and 5 at 660-335-7084 or stop by UPI Park's Hog Market, exit 74 on I-70 at YY.
Katy Trail Community Health is now open with a clinic in Marshall located inside the Saline County Health Department. Katy Trail Community Health accepts Medicaid, Medicare, and most health insurance. Katy Trail also offers a sliding fee discount for eligible patients. To schedule appointments, please call toll-free 1-877-733-5824. Katy Trail Community Health offers health care that revolves around you. Call 1-877-733-5824 to make an appointment.
Well, we have the statistics of the first half. The Vikings, 323 yards of offense. CMU, 111. But the Vikings have 6 turnovers, 3 interceptions, 2 returned for touchdowns. They fumbled 4 times, and 3 of those have been recovered by CMU. So 6 turnovers. And, again, coming into this game, the Vikings were at the bottom in NEI football as far as turnover ratio, and they're not helping themselves in this game. But, Joe, 323 to 111, but forget that. It's what's on the scoreboard. We're tied at 21.
Well, you know, Ken, you look back over the season, I think that game up in Des Moines against Grandview, I think that's the only time all year the Vikings were outgained. I think we had more total yards than William Penn, more total yards than Peru State, and we ended up losing both those games. And, of course, a big differential today, almost a 3-to-1 ratio of yardage in the Vikings' favor today, but got to take care of the football.
Let's take a look at a couple of the individual statistics. I'm curious about the Vikings running the football, as Jakari Johnson has rushed 8 times for 82 yards.
54
Elliot Hawkins,
yards on one of those.
Yeah, Elliot Hawkins 5 for 73, most of those on
61.
one.
Yep.
And Middleton 6 out of 32. Passing, Travis Middleton is 13 out of 20 for 136 yards, but the key is 3 interceptions, 2 of those returned for touchdowns. Pass receiving, Rick Fuentes 3 for 12, Jakari Johnson 2 for 53, having another big game. On the other side, Caleb Bedford just 6 out of 21 for 55 yards with 1 interception. That was returned for a touchdown. He's been sacked twice. And Tyler Steinkamp, that's 69 yards rushing. And Kevin Dennis is the leading receiver. He just has 1 catch for 15 yards. So everything's there, but the turnovers. And, Joe, not the 2 pick sixes. And even remember, one of the fumbles was about down at the CMU 10-yard line when the Vikings could have scored again. So you're taking a lot of points off the board with all these mistakes in the first half.
Yeah, and again, let's hope we've got it out of the system. Let's see if we can come back big the second half. And, Vikes did some good things, had that big burst. They were down 7-0, scored 21 straight points to take a 2-touchdown lead, but just need to minimize the mistakes. And quite a few, let's see, I'm looking at penalty yardage. I'm trying to see, in the First half, I'm seeing the Vikings were penalized 6 times for 45 yards. Central Methodist 5 times for 22 yards. So not real bad there, I guess, but some key penalties at the wrong time.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Jennifer Hiller, the alumni coordinator of alumni relations here at Missouri Valley, will be our guest, and we're going to talk about all the activities for homecoming. Then Joe will have some high school scores as well. That's all coming up. 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Many of you may know Gieselman Trucking and Quarter for our grain trailers and nationwide hauling. But did you know we haul lime, fertilizer, sand, gravel, and livestock too? I'm Wendy Gieselman. I hope you'll consider us the next time you need rock and other items here locally. We are family-owned and have been dump trucking since 1982. You'll find our service friendly, our pricing affordable, and our answers to your questions honest and sincere. For all your local rock and sand hauling, give Gieselman Trucking a call, 660-674-2367.
Bill Bunch Chevrolet in Higginsville is home of Lafayette County's largest variety of used cars and trucks. Whether you are replacing your main vehicle or adding an extra car or truck for a family member, you don't have to go far. Lots of options at Bill Bunch Chevrolet. Our experts check every pre-owned vehicle to offer you nothing but the best so you can find new roads. Bill Bunch Chevrolet in Higginsville, the working man's friend, just a country mile north of I-70 on Highway 13 in Higginsville. So visit us at BillBunchChevrolet.com.
Halftime of the CMU Viking game, and next weekend we're back at Greg Mitchell Field, and it's homecoming. And always an exciting weekend to see alumni and friends come back to the campus of Missouri Valley College. Visiting right now with Jennifer Hiller. Jennifer is the alumni director at Missouri Valley, and a busy, busy lady. This is I guess a fun week coming up, isn't it?
It is. It's an amazing week. We have a really great team, and we're really, really excited, as we always are, for homecoming. It's a really amazing weekend for alumni, donors, and friends to come back to campus, and for our students to showcase and show off what they're doing, and we're really excited. We're really excited.
Now, if the name sounds familiar, Jennifer Hiller, her husband's the offensive coordinator, so not only do you plan all this, when it's football time, you have a little more interest in the normal fan too, don't you?
Just a little, We're definitely a football household, that's for sure. We are huge, huge Viking fans, support every team, women's sports and men's sports, and it's just a blast. We're having a great time here at Missouri Valley College.
All right, let's highlight some of the events. By the way, it's called Homecoming 2015 Camp MVC, and that is the theme this year. Let's talk about a few of the events. Friday afternoon at 4:30, the Alumni and Friends Social.
Alumni and Friends Social is going to be held again in the Malcolm Center. It's our gorgeous student center. It'll be in the bistro. It's just a great place for people to gather, enjoy some camaraderie and some cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. And that kind of sets off our whole homecoming weekend. And after that event, we turn right into our alumni banquet.
Yeah, the alumni baseball game's at 6, but from 6 to 8, the alumni banquet. Tell me a little bit more about that, because we have 3 outstanding alumni honorees.
We do. This year we're honoring Ron Porter, class of 64. He lives here in Marshall. His name is synonymous with Missouri Valley College. He and his wife Mary Lou and their family are long supporters, alumni, and community participants here in Marshall. We're also honoring George Robinson, class of 71, and Frank Massaro, who's coming all the way from New York City, and he's class of 76.
Now, I mentioned those 3. I almost forgot the outstanding young alumnus. I can't do that.
No, we can't forget Mark. Mark is fantastic. He's coming out of Kansas City. He's a 2007 graduate, and yes, he's our outstanding young alum this year.
That's Mark Samsel, right?
Mark Samsel.
All right. And celebrating and recognizing, you say, anniversary classes of 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 05, and 2010. So we expect to have a really good crowd.
We do. It's really exciting. Everyone's been working really hard with their classes to get their friends back, and the banquet has really become a marquee event. We're really excited this year.
Is there still time to register a spot for the banquet?
There is. We always make room for our late bloomers, so we really encourage people to register if you haven't done so yet. Spots are filling up, and we're almost close to capacity. So yes, please, if you haven't registered yet, you can do so online. Go right to the homecoming page. You can email us at hillerj@moval.edu, and of course call the alumni office on Monday and get your registration in. Happy to have you guys join us.
Now, also Friday night, you have the Torch Run. This is Ed Leslie 5K run, 1 mile walk. We used to run from the community where the homecoming opponent was located to Marshall. We don't do that anymore. Ed Leslie did that for years and years and did a tremendous job. But now it's just around campus. A lot of different sports teams get involved. It's really kind of a fun evening.
It is. Mike Mockholt has kind of taken the torch and run with it, no pun intended. And he's doing a phenomenal job keeping the torch run alive, which is a special event, as you mentioned, here at Missouri Valley College. It's an amazing tradition, and we're so excited that it's still going strong. And Ed is still definitely involved with it, which is exciting. So that, too, people can still register and participate. That takes place on Greg Mitchell Field while the alumni banquet is going on. So lots of activity, but please, people should participate if they're interested in doing so.
Now, when the banquet is done, when the torch run is done, we have the traditional bonfire near the Burn Center. Coach Troff will speak, introduce the seniors. Always fun.
Absolutely. It's a great, and a pep rally, if you will, bonfire. It's a great, exciting atmosphere. So people can kind of filter out of the banquet, filter out of the torch run, and hang out at the bonfire and have a really good time.
Jennifer Hiller is our guest, Alumni Director, Missouri Valley College. We're talking about all the events for Camp MVC 2015 Homecoming, which is this coming week. Now let's go to Saturday, 8 a.m., the 50-plus club breakfast. You know, that's always a good time for some of the alum.
It is. You know, it's early. You know, it's 8 a.m., but, you know, they really enjoy. We'll have a delicious meal, of course, and it's just a great chance for people to kind of visit. And we also, when that breakfast is over, we give campus tours. We work closely with our admissions staff, and they send some of our fabulous ambassadors. And we've got a golf course, and we'll zoom around campus and show everybody how absolutely amazing and gorgeous campus is.
I'm telling you, if you have not been back and you're planning to come back, take one of these tours. There have been so many improvements to this campus in the last year alone, last couple of years since you've been back. Homecoming Parade, 9 o'clock.
Homecoming Parade, 9 o'clock. Ashley Jackson is our Student Activities Director. She's doing a phenomenal job with the Homecoming Parade. And that all kicks off at 9 a.m., and we're excited to have some really fun new entries this year. And that starts, of course, down at the Marshall Square as tradition and follows up to campus. All of our alumnus and honorees are in that, and will be a lot of fun.
I want to mention, too, while all this is going on, when the parade starts at 9, also starting at 9 to 2, the art exhibit. Tell me a little bit about that.
Art exhibit, yes. Charity Woodard has the Contemporary Art Gallery open. That's inside our Technology Center, so we want to make sure that people come out to see Noah Buchanan, the figurative paintings and drawings, and that is in the Morris Gallery of Contemporary Art. A really nice addition this year to our homecoming schedule.
And that'll be going from 9 until 2. Athletic Hall of Fame reception at 10. That's followed by the Athletic Hall of Fame luncheon at 11, again in the Malcolm Center, Charles L. Bacon Conference Center. Who's being inducted this year?
We have a great class of inductees. Leonard Milton Carr, class of 47, is being inducted. His son, Dr. David Carr, will be here to accept that honor on his behalf. Daryl Todd, class of 80. Doug Fenstermacher, class of 95. Gary Soule, class of 77. Melvin Rogers, class of 61. And DeAndre Campbell, class of 97. A great class. And
that's always a great event. I enjoy going to that one. There's I believe some students are going to be introduced there as well. But we'll have that event, by the way, on Stretch Internet, so you can listen to that while we're setting up with our television production for the football game. So that is at 11 o'clock, 11 to 1. Also starting at 11 o'clock, let's talk about some tailgating.
Let's talk about tailgating. One of the marquee events, Viking Tailgate Zone, is amazing. We are actually really excited. We're expanding tailgate this year, and we're adding a food truck. So our food service company, Fresh Ideas, is bringing one of their food trucks this year. So people who don't have a tailgate spot and are not participating in the Hall of Fame luncheon can come on down to tailgate and buy a burger, a hot dog, and get a drink and hang out. Also this year we have our live band is Fast Times out of Kansas City. We're really excited about them. They're an amazing 80s and 90s cover band. They're a blast, and they're super excited to be here and play for us at tailgate.
No fair. I have to go to the banquet, and then I have to get prepared for a football game. I'm going to miss it. I'll hear the music, though, won't I?
Well, we can trade spots for a little bit, so you can come down and we can take turns.
That will work. But, again, that's at 11 o'clock. reservation is required for individual tailgate spots, right?
As of today, we are sold out, but we are working hard to maybe possibly add a couple additional spots. But as of right now, unfortunately, fortunately, we're sold out. But again, if people didn't get a chance, they can still come and participate at the alumni tent, and there are tables and chairs there, and they can come party with us.
Yeah, no matter where you have to park around campus, it's not that far of a walk to the tailgate area. Come and have some fun, listen to some music, have some good food, and enjoy it.
Yeah, you won't be sorry that you did.
All right, then we go to the football game at 2 o'clock, Viking football versus Avila, and Jennifer Hiller will be biting those fingernails, nervous, and with a football game going on, but always fun, and we invite everyone to come to the game.
Absolutely. It's a great crowd. Our fans are amazing. You know, we'll definitely have our cowbells in hand, and we'll be cheering on our Vikings as we always do. It's really exciting.
6:30, class of 65 reunion dinner. And don't forget, other athletic events at 6 o'clock, women's soccer versus Baker. At 8 o'clock, men's soccer versus Baker. And then at 7 o'clock, men's wrestling alumni duo. They always do that at homecoming as well. So there is something going on from 8 a.m. literally till 10:30, 11 o'clock Saturday night.
It is. It's jam-packed schedule. There's really something for everybody. It's a family-friendly weekend, and we encourage all of our alums to bring their families. Come on down and have a really great time.
And if you don't know about this Sunday, if you're a member of the volleyball team or you have been, a women's volleyball alumni match at noon on Sunday at the Burns Athletic Complex. So, Jennifer, this is going to be one heck of a weekend. Again, if someone wants to make a reservation for one of those late arrivals, you'll still make room for them, we hope.
Yes, we won't turn anybody away. We're excited to have everyone back with us, and we'll squeeze you in. We're a cozy group, so we'll make room. I encourage you to do it as soon as possible, but we'll make room for
And how do they do that?
They can call me directly at 660-831-4006. Or they can email me at hillerj@moval.edu. Anybody in the alumni office is happy to answer their call and take their reservation.
And at the tailgate, the alumni tent is easy to find.
Alumni tents are gorgeous black, purple, and orange Alumni Association tents. We'll be there right next to the band. Very easy to find. Our feather flags will be flying. And also, I want to add, we'll also be selling T-shirts this year. We've got some really great Happy Camper, fun, fitted tees that we're selling for $10 each. And we also have youth sizes available this year, which we're really excited about.
All right. And how do they get a hold of those? Contact you as well?
Same thing. Contact us. Contact me and anyone in the Institutional Advancement Office, and our staff will be happy to take their order.
All right. And this all starts, folks, 4:30 Friday afternoon, the Alumni and Friends Social. So come and join us all weekend long. We'd love to have you on campus.
We'd love to have you on campus, and Valley will roll.
Camp MVC Homecoming 2015. It's next weekend. Jennifer Hiller, Alumni Director of Missouri Valley College, has been my guest.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. And let's take let's just keep it right here. Joe All working the scoreboard show at KMMO last night. And Joe, wrapping up the regular season now. Give me some high school scores.
Well, Ken, last night the Marshall Owls get a nice win. They knock off Boonville 35-14. Owls wind up 3-3 in conference play. Hannibal wins the NCMC with a perfect 6-0 conference record. Elsewhere in the conference, Fulton beat Kirksville 53-14. Mexico squeaks by Moberly 34-27. A battle of heavyweights. Hannibal goes on the road and beats Columbia Battle 42-35. Again in the conference, Hannibal first, Mexico second, Fulton third, the Owls fourth. In the I-70, Wellington Napoleon wraps up another conference championship. They beat Sweet Springs 59-14. Other games in that conference, all non-conference. Concordia loses 74-15 to Trenton. Crestridge falls to Windsor 47-40. Archie beats Lone Jack 53-30. Santa Fe gets by Wentworth 44-13. St. Paul beats Missouri Military 44-0. And Appleton City all over Oryx 61-16. Lewis and Clark Conference, Marceline wraps up the conference championship. They beat Slater 74-0. Westran and Paris tie for second. Westran beats Fayette last night 26-0. Paris 40-7 winners over Salisbury. Three-way tie in the MRVC East this year. Richmond gives Lexington their first loss of the year. They beat the Minutemen 35-20 last night. Higginsville beats Carrollton 50-0. Holden all over Knob Noster 52-6. So Lexington, Higginsville, and Richmond all tie for the conference championship in that 16 conference with 4-1 conference records. MRVC West, Harrisonville wraps up the championship. They beat Pleasant Hill 35-21. Odessa comes in second. They shut out Grain Valley 35-0. And Oak Grove romps over Excelsior Springs 61-24. 4 in a battle of undefeated teams. Sedalia Smith Cotton wins the West Central Championship. They beat Kansas City Center 27-17 on the road. It was Nevada squeaking by Clinton 14-13. O'Hara in a slugfest beats Warrensburg 56-38 non-conference. St. Pius 34-6 winners over Pembroke Hill. K-Singer Conference, Lincoln wins it in a showdown over Cole Camp 32-6. Skyline beats Tipton non-conference 53-18, and we said Windsor beats Crestridge 47-40. Maryville claims another MEC Midland Empire Conference championship. The Spoof Hounds last night beat Lafayette out of St. Joe 37-21. Smithville comes in second in the conference. They beat Cameron 38-0. Phil Willard's Chillicothe Hornets, they finished third. They beat Benton 20-6, and LeBlanc beats Savannah 21-7. Tri-County, Blair Oaks is the champs. They beat Versailles 70-0 last night. California second. They beat Warsaw 36-0. Eldon beats Southern Boone 23-12, and School of the Osage wins. They beat Hallsville at home by the score of 21-6.
All right, we start district play next week. Well, we're tied at 21 here. 6 first-half turnovers by Valley. Let's see if they've corrected that at the break. CMU looking for the upset this afternoon. They'll get the ball to start the second half, and we are underway. And this one's going to the goal line. Picked up at the 10, across the 15, out to the 25-yard line, and that is Brandon Justin. And he is still down. He took a shot. Now he is getting up.
That was Antoine Palmer that made that hit for the Vikings. Antoine Palmer again, the sophomore out of Houston, Texas.
Vikings sideline showing a little bit of fire here. I'm sure that was not a very pleasant locker room at the half. William Penn beat Peru State 34-31 today. Baker over Avila 42-13, start of the fourth quarter. Grandview over Graceland 9-6. That's in the second quarter. Evangel leading Mid-American Nazarene 17-14 at the half.
Well, that's kind of a surprise. We thought that could be a close game, but I figured at home Mid-America would have the advantage. They maybe still will, but Evangel a pretty good first half.
Well, we're tied at 21 here. Back into the I formation go the Eagles, and back to throw is Bedford on first down. He gets away from the sack and now throws it out of bounds, and he's good at that. He runs it. There's nobody open. He's going to throw it away and live to play another day. It'll be second down and 10.
Zach Nunn, the 234-pound senior lineman, pretty good pressure on Bedford that time. He was into the Central Methodist backfield, so pretty good pass rush by the Vikings most of the day today.
By the way, tonight at 6 o'clock on live stream, not on Stretch or KMMO, but on live stream, we're going to have soccer. William Penn will be here. Men's and women's soccer. We'll have the doubleheader starting around 6 o'clock tonight. Well, let's get a win here first. Here's the handoff. They go to Steinkamp, turns the corner, has a block, and is close to a first down and has the first down. That's been their best running play as they give it to Tyler Steinkamp, and it's a first down, I believe, for the Eagles unless he stepped out of bounds. They're going to rule he stepped out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 1.
Kobe Lowe's the Viking that got him out of bounds over on that far sideline. So big third down play. They don't have that far to go, but let's see if the Vikings can come up with a big play on the defensive end right here. They've played pretty good defense most of the day.
Yeah, the Viking defense has not been the issue. It's been the turnovers. Third down and 1 from the 34, and they get the first down. Vikings tried to submarine in there, but enough for a first down for CMU. Suter will check back in. It's first down for CMU, and they've got the ball at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Cody Hendricks and Nate Desimone made that last stop for the Vikings, but as Ken said, that is enough for the first down. So CMU on the move here to start the second half. 14:06 to go in the third. We're tied at 21.
Now let's see if the Viking defense can stop this CMU offense. CMU jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Then the Vikings scored the next 21 points. Here's a running play that goes absolutely nowhere. And it'll be second down and 10. I believe that was Dennis who was submarine, Kevin Dennis. It'll be second down.
And Ricky Fuentes is warming up on the side. Rick Fuentes warming up on the sideline down there. I didn't realize Rick was a left-hand passer. Well, at least he's throwing with the left hand right now.
Let's see if they're going to go with that Wildcat in the second half when the Vikings get the ball. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, that worked very effectively 2 weeks ago in that big win over Culver Stockton on the road.
I'm sure Jordy Ford has talked to his staff saying, hey, be prepared for that in the second half. Now into a power I almost set up. Bedford back to throw, rushes on. Oh. He escapes, it throws to the side. He's got his Dennis wide open, and now he slips and goes down. Oh, man. Dennis coming out of the backfield as we saw that play early in the game, and Ricky Williams had to come all the way across the field to make the coverage, and as soon as he tried to cut, he slipped, and that was a break for the Vikings. That would have been a bigger gain, as it is, a gain of only 2, 3rd down and 7.
Ricky Williams did a good job because there was nobody over there, and Ricky got to the outside from one side of the field to the other pretty quickly that time, and Dennis tried to get up and run. You can do that in the NFL if you're not hit, but not in college.
And I'm glad someone grabbed him and realized that and didn't throw him to the turf. That would have been a penalty.
Yep.
3rd down and 7. Man goes in motion for the Eagles. Out of the shotgun, rushes on, throw. It is caught by the tight end for a 1st down at the Viking 49-yard line. That is Weiland. And a good throw, a low throw, but it's there for the 1st down, and here come the Eagles in Viking territory.
Yeah, Weiland showed some great hands that time. That ball right down around between his knees and his ankles, and he got down and pulled that one in. And so that sets up Central Methodist 1st and 10 in Viking territory at the 49-yard line. Just underway here in the second half. We got a good game here.
And the Viking defense, this drive started at the 25-yard line. Boy, a lot of confidence, you know, with the CMU Eagle team in that locker room, knowing they were tied at 21, taking advantage of numerous Viking mistakes. Here's Bedford, throws into the face of the rush and completes it to his fullback for a short gain. That is John Fuller, and it'll be 2nd down at about 7. They're going to give him 3 on that play.
Good pressure by Dedrick Allen. I don't know that Bedford wanted to throw to his fullback Allen that time, but that's about all he had time to do. So the pressure again, good pass rush by the Vikings.
2nd down and 7 from the Viking 46-yard line. Bedford now goes under center. You can just see the confidence with the CMU Eagles right now. Bedford wants to throw over the middle. It's incomplete, trying to get it to his tie. Now a flag is thrown from about 30 yards away from the play, and they're going to call pass interference against the Vikings. That flag, Joe, was thrown.
Yeah.
I don't think you see it that far, but the flag was thrown, and the call's going to go against the Vikings.
Elliott Suter was the linebacker in coverage. I didn't see anything, but they call interference, I believe, against the Vikings. Let's see if that's the if that's the signal from the official.
Holding. They're going to call a hold.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 1st down. We're taking a look at it, and
that was Suter, wasn't it?
That was Suter, I think,
yeah,
and Fuller was asking for the flag, and they obliged him. So it's 1st down at the Viking 35-yard line. Nice drive here by CMU.
We need to stop right here. We don't want to give them the lead once again.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Send a man in motion. On 1st down, they'll keep it on the ground, and not much for Steinkamp. Maybe got a yard down to the 34-yard line, Tyler Steinkamp.
Yeah, getting up off the bottom of that pile is Dedrick Allen, so short gain. Let's call it a gain of only 1 on the play, so pretty good job by the Viking interior that time. Ball just across the 35 at the 34-yard line is Central first drive of the second half.
And they've completed, they have taken 4 minutes off the clock. Tied at 21. 2nd down, now Bedford runs up under center. Sends Williams in motion from right to left. And backpedals to throw, pocket hole, throws, it's caught, and a wide open tight end. Weiland, no one's covering the tight end. It's 1st down at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a second straight pass that Bedford's put right down around his feet. Weiland's gone down and got both of them, so he's a good receiver. He's gone down and made a couple of very nice catches right off the ground.
Vikings try to get to the passer, and they're not getting there. And so then that leaves the tight end open. So here come the Eagles, 1st down. And boy, this crowd, what's left of this crowd, very quiet. As the Vikings, 3-3 on the year. Already lost 2 games at home. Here's Steinkamp, hit hard, and he got maybe a yard as he tried to run to the left side. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we mentioned this, Kim, but next week is homecoming. Play Avila here. The Eagles come in. I guess it's a little bit later start, isn't it? Is it a 2 o'clock start?
I believe.
2 o'clock start. Got the big parade in the morning, and then I think the Hall of Fame banquet.
Yep. Ball's at the 24, 2nd down, and the Eagles, a nice drive here to start the second half. They've had a couple of nice 3rd down conversions. 9:54 to go. in the third quarter, tied at 21, but the Eagles are moving, trying to take the lead, trying to pull off the upset. They haven't knocked off the Vikings in several years.
Need pressure on Bedford this time. He's going to throw, I would guess.
They stack 2 receivers to the right side. And they're going to keep it on the ground to Dennis, and he didn't get much. It'll be third down and about 6. Let's see where they're going to mark that. They'll give him a yard or two. 3rd and 6. Have to get to the 15 to pick up a first down. The ball is at the 21, and the Eagles quickly up to the line.
Jeff Desir, the stop for the Vikes on that last play.
Here comes the rush. The ball is batted away. It's going to be ruled a fumble. It's going to be picked up by the Vikings all the way to the 41-yard line. And batting the ball away was Cedric O'Hara, and he picked it up and gets to the CMU 41.
Cedric O'Hara coming off the right side. He's the guy that got the arm of Bedford, knocked the ball out of his hand, and scooped it up. So what a big play by O'Hara right there. He's a sophomore linebacker out of Pierce City, Missouri. You ever been to Pierce City?
I've been to Pierce City.
I haven't been to Pierce City, but Cedric O'Hara has, and he made a huge play right there. And, Ken, that's the shot in the arm that the Vikings needed, because Central Methodist down inside the 25-yard line driving, and now the Vikes have it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, still tied at 21.
Well, he pulled the arm back as if to throw, and then O'Hara hit it. The ball bounced off the turf. O'Hara picked it up and gets out to the 41. Vikings now take over at their own 41-yard line, 1st down and 10, their first drive of the second half. Turnovers in this game. That's the second CMU turnover. And on 1st down, here's Elliott Hawkins looking for a hole, not there, and he'll get a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as Elliott dancing around a little bit, nowhere to go, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, very little room to run that time. Hawk tried to go up the middle, but the CMU interior close that one down. That was Harmon that made the first hit. He's the linebacker, and this will bring up 2nd down and about 8.
Just a 2-yard gain. The Vikings did have over 300 yards of offense in the first half, but all the turnovers negated that. 2nd down and 8. And here's Middleton rolling, and he throws to the sideline, completes it for a first down to Stenard. That may be the second catch by Stenard. He rolled to his left, got it to Dorian, and he made the catch and got out of bounds at the CMU 42-yard line.
Good play fake that time by Travis Middleton, and a perfect throw because Stenard was hugging that sideline, nowhere to go, and Travis put it right there that time. So that's a first down as the Vikes move into Central Methodist territory.
They have the ball at the CMU. They mark it back at the 44, so that's where Stenard stepped out of bounds. We're in the third quarter, tied at 21. And they'll hand the ball off to Hawkins. There's a hole, and Hawkins inside the 40. Both hands wrapped around that football. Gets down to the 38.
It looks like maybe the Vikings want to establish that running game a little bit more here in the second half. In the first half, it looks like the Vikings had 187 yards on the ground, 136 through the air. So pretty good balance in that first half, but running the ball here to start the first possession of the third quarter.
Here's the Wildcat as Fuentes in. And they bring Nigel Daw in. Jakari Johnson's on the right side, and Hawkins on the left on 2nd down and 5. And they're going to run it to Fuentes, running to his right. Ricky turns the corner, stays on his feet, has a first down inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Vikings.
And Rick tripped up that time. He almost broke that tackle. He would have had a touchdown if he had of, but that Wildcat looks pretty good right now.
Ball at the 28-yard line of CMU as the Vikings now looking to try to get the points on the board to regain the lead as we go back and forth in this football game. Again, running the Wildcat from the right hash mark. Snap to Fuentes, running to the left. He's not there this time. That play's blown up, and he is hit all the way back at the 40. And leading the charge was Malik Burnley.
Malik, a little guy, he weighs 340. He's a defensive lineman out of Jeff City, and he rolled right outside with Fuentes that time and brought Rick down.
So that's a loss of about 8, and it's 2nd down and 18.
Now Middleton looks like he's back in the game, and I think Hawk's going to be the running back.
14 seconds on the play clock. Well, they tried it and worked on one play, but not the second play. So here come the Vikings. They'll have to throw here. Down to 5-4 on the play clock. 3, 2, 1, they get the snap off. And they hand it off to Hawkins. Hawkins gets a few of those yards back, scrambles down to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Tripped up that time by the senior linebacker, Christopher Collins, out of Bakersfield, California.
So 3rd down, well, they say the knee went down back at the 33, so it's 3rd and about 14.
Vikes not in field goal range yet, so they're going to have to probably, let's see if we can pick it up on 3rd.
Well,
no, this could be 4-down territory.
2 wide receivers right, 2 left. 3rd down and about 14. Middleton waits for the football at his own 30, or at the CMU 37, gets it. And they run a little shovel pass up the middle to Hawkins. Hawkins, he has a 1st down at the 15. Good call. That was a forward pass, too. As Hawkins in front of Middleton, this little shovel pass, and he gets it all the way down to the 16-yard line, 1st down.
Good call that time, tackled by defensive back Logan Rolls, but that was just that little shuttle pass, and Middleton dropped back like he's going to throw, then shuttled it underhanded to Hawkins, and Hawk had some running room, and here's the Wildcat again.
Back to the Wildcat from the 16-yard line, 1st down and 10.
Wildcat.
Here, waiting for Fuentes to take the snap. He wants to run it. He turns it up, and he gets a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 15-yard line.
Knocked down, Ricky whacked down that time by defensive lineman.
Somebody, one of the linemen is down, one of the Viking linemen down there. So we are listening to KMMO Marshall, Stretch Internet, and viewing on livestream.com. We do have an injured player. Let's step aside for a moment. 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 21. Vikings driving, trying to take advantage of a turnover, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
Bank any day, any time of day. It's the convenience of mobile banking at Community Bank of Marshall. Check your balance, transfer funds, pay bills, all at your fingertips when you use the advantages of mobile banking. You choose your banking hours, since now you can manage your accounts from your phone at your convenience. It's easy to sign up and get started, so go to one of our 7 locations in Marshall, Blackburn, Malta Bend, Waverly, Sweet Springs, and apply for mobile banking today. Community banking, the way it was meant to be. Member FDIC.
Well, both teams really keeping the ball on the ground here in the 3rd quarter, and this 3rd quarter is moving right along. Gieselman trucking a quarter, Fitzgibbon Hospital, Marshall, Wood Houston Bank, Shelter Insurance Agent Terry Townsend and Marshall all with us on the broadcast. And let's see who that is.
That's Sheldon Chisholm.
Sheldon, he's the center.
I think that's Sheldon Chisholm, 272-pound senior out of Lee Summit. I think it's 56.
Well, if it is, then that would put, I would think, that's going to put Troy Jones, who is playing guard today, back at center. Let's see if Troy will go in at center now. It's 2nd down and 10. The Vikings keep the Wildcat package on the field. 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if Fuentes will throw out of this. We have not seen that yet. 2nd down and 10. There was no gain on the last play. And they're going to give it again to Hawkins on that
shuttle
pass, and he gets inside the 15 down to the 14. And break it 3rd down and about 3, or 3rd down and 7, a gain of 3, and Middleton back in now.
It was read that time pretty well by linebacker Christopher Collins as he blew that play up. He was not fooled by that inside shuttle pass, so a very short gain. Big 3rd down play right here, ball resting right inside the 15-yard line, third and a long 8.
Middleton comes back in for this 3rd down play. Let's see if the Vikings want to throw or if they're going to keep it on the ground now. A timeout, and let's see who took this timeout. CMU takes a defensive timeout. We'll step aside as well. Only 3:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21 all. CMU and the Vikings. We're coming right back.
Peak Sport and Spine is Missouri's largest provider of outpatient orthopedic physical therapy. I'm Ron Renard, clinic director and physical therapist.
Hey guys, the Royals game is 0-0 after 2 innings.
Thank you.
Compensation, helping you get back to your job quickly and safely. If your physician prescribes physical therapy, choose Peak Sport and Spine. See us locally in Sedalia, Fayette, Marshall, and now in Sweet Springs, or visit us at peaksportandspine.com.
Well, the Vikings took advantage of a turnover deep in CMU territory. They got the turnover, now trying to take advantage of that. It is 3rd down and 8 from the CMU 15-yard line. Middleton back in at quarterback. He has 2 wide receivers right, 2 split to the left.
Need a touchdown pass right here.
And Hawkins is in the backfield with him. Middleton takes the snap, rushes on. He's going to take off with it, and he breaks a tackle, gets to the 5, spins down to the 2, and he's hanging onto the football. You know what, Joe? He had both arms, both feet, both hands, his left ear all wrapped around that football.
I'm sure he was told about that at halftime, I would guess.
And a nice little run, and he gets the 1st down inside the 5-yard line. Where are they going to mark it, about the 2?
I didn't think Travis had much room to run that time, but he did a nice job of changing directions about 3 different times on that run, so that's a big play right there.
They move it back to the 3-yard line. 1st down, handed off to Johnson. Jakari fights to the end zone. He got there, touchdown. Jakari Johnson, 3-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings regained the lead, 27-21. And that play goes all the way back to Cedric O'Hara with a strip of the football from Bedford, and that started this drive, and the Vikings regain the lead, 27-21.
Again, if the Vikings can come back and win this game, they lead now by a touchdown, we will look back to that as the play of the game, because Central Methodist was driving down inside Viking territory fairly deep, and Cedric got a strip, recovered it, and ran it back. So
here's the extra point. It's up, and it's good. So the Vikings back on top, 28-21. You're right, Joe, that play by Cedric O'Hara, huge in this game because CMU had all the confidence that they were moving downfield.
They were, and that's a big play by Cedric, and that's just what the Vikings needed. Now let's see if the defense can hold again.
We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Viking Sports Network.
ConAgra, producers of kids' cuisine, cafe steamers, banquet frozen dinners, and banquet pot pies, cares about the communities and people they serve. That's why they are constantly developing innovative programs to deliver on the promise of being a good citizen in the community. With products in over 99% of American homes, ConAgra knows the importance of making food you love from a great place to work, creating stronger communities and a better planet. That's innovation. That's ConAgra.
Now there's a nice drive by the offense. No turnovers, no penalties. They just moved the ball downfield and took the lead and took advantage of that turnover.
And I think that's the first really drive of the game by the Vikings. They had several big plays, but they really did a good job driving the ball that time, as you said.
This kick is bobbled, fumbled by Honore. Now Honore's got some room. Honore is down the sideline to midfield. He's all the way to the Viking 35-yard line. He bobbled the ball, and that really kind of took everybody off stride. And Honore took it up the right sideline, and he's all the way down to the Viking 33-yard line. Really an uncharacteristic mistake on special teams by Valley.
Yeah, and a touchdown-saving tackle that time by John Battle. He finally got to him, but Central Methodist, after giving up that touchdown to give the Vikings the lead, they come right back with a big play on special teams. So they'll set up shop, 1st and 10 at the Viking 33-yard line. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Vikings on that last touchdown lead at 28-21.
Well, there comes that Monty Road defense again. Can they come up with another big stop? Bedford will pitch it, and they try to get to the corner. They're going to get there again. That play has worked all day long as they give it to Tyler Steinkamp, and he just runs it to the outside, picks up good yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Cody Hendricks got out there to make the stop for the Vikings. But again, you're right. Steinkamp's turned that corner time after time, especially on that left side. That seems to be the bread and butter play for Central Methodist, and why not? It's worked to perfection today many times.
They want to come right back and tie this football game. 2nd down and 4. And Bedford hands it off to Dennis up the middle. He's hit at the 25. And let's see where they're going to mark it. He'll be about a yard shy of the 1st down where they mark it at the 24. 3rd and 1 coming up. And I'm sure CMU's in 2-down territory here.
Yeah, I think they are. They're down in, right around the 30, inside of the 30 at the 24-yard line. So, yeah, they're definitely down in 4-down territory. Let's see if we can get another big turnover.
Adam Weiland, watch for him, number 14. He's been very good in these situations. Vikings stack it in the box. Hand it off. They didn't get there, I don't think.
They didn't get much.
Yeah, they didn't need much. And it looks like they got it. Again, I don't want to speculate, but it's going to be 4th and inches or 1st and 10. They give him the 24-yard line. And they may have to measure this thing. It's 4th down. He didn't make it. They're not even going to measure. So 4th down and just, well, he didn't get anything. 4th down, still a yard to go.
Now what are they going to do? They call a timeout. It looks like maybe Central Methodist. Are they taking a timeout? It looks like it.
CMU's taking yet another timeout, their second.
No, they're going to measure now, I think.
Are we going to measure?
I think they're going to measure.
Well, it looks like from here that they're short, but again, I'm not the official.
Thank goodness, right?
Thank goodness. They're short.
Yep, you good eyes. You could be an official.
Short by about 6 or 7 inches.
You've got too good of eyes to be an official.
Yeah, there you go. So 4th down and then about 6 inches, and it looks like CMU will go for this. With 1:26 to go in the third quarter, Vikings leading 28-21. Well, I don't have good eyes, number one. I was just a lucky guess. All right, 4th down and less than a yard. Do you stack the box and take a guess here?
I think you do, because I think they're not going to gamble, I wouldn't think. I'd be very surprised if they do, but I've been wrong many times before.
Bedford, let's see how he wants to line up. He's going to, they go into really a full house backfield.
Yep.
Clock was running, so they're going to have to reset the clock now.
I think CMU, they don't need much. I think they're going to line up and try to pound it right up the gut.
Ball is at the 23. If they get past the 23, they'll have the first down. Everybody in tight. They hand it off, and it's a first down. Down to the 22-yard line. So they ran to the power I and gave it off to Dennis, and he picks up the first down at the 22-yard line.
Well, the second straight time the Eagles have driven fairly deep into Viking territory. The last time Cedric O'Hara got that big strip and set up the Viking touchdown. Let's see if the D can turn them away one more time.
First down at the 22-yard line. Good block on the right side to get Dennis the first down. Out of the I formation, they're going to pitch it to Dennis, and he's hit in the backfield, breaks one tackle and gets to the 20. Good job, though, by the Vikings on the pursuit. Didn't give Dennis much as he tried to get to the right side. He's down right on the number at the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Jacob King had a shot at him in the backfield. That would have been about a 5-yard loss, and then Dedrick Allen finally brings him down right at the 20. So let's call it a gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9.
Well, this is going to be a fourth quarter game because we're down to a minute to go in the third. Vikings leading 28-21. 6 first half turnovers did all the damage.
Dario Marquez checks into the Viking defense on that left side.
Better watch Jamal Williams wide to the left side. Their number 1 receiver. They're looking that way. Here's the throw over the middle, and it is caught at the 15. It'll be short of the first down. 3rd down coming up as the pass was completed to Josh Holsey, one of those tight ends.
Corey Hendricks and Jacob King make the stop that time. Cody Hendricks, and Jacob King make the stop. So a big 3rd down play coming up here. Ball right on the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 4.
Got have to get to the 11. And will they run another play here in the third quarter? They don't have to if they decide not to, but looks like they will. Bedford on 3rd down. I formation behind him. Turns. They want to run it to Dennis. He's hit in the backfield, fumbled the football, and I think the Vikings have it.
They think they do anyway. We'll see.
Well, let's see. It's going to be 4th down. No. He got it back. Wishful thinking, and they get it back. Or that's the end of the quarter. As it'll be 4th down at about 5. 28-21. Valley with a 7-point lead. We're coming back with quarter number 4 in 1 minute. Viking Sports Network.
There are many options with group health insurance, so many that a little advice can be helpful. Many plans have flexibility, no pre-existing conditions, different deductibles, and more. This is Robin with Lime Cooler Insurance Services in Marshall. Give Brandy or I a call or stop by our office. We can help you decide on which group health plan best fits your needs. Whether you are a large group or a small group, we work with people just like you every day. Remember, at Lime Cooler Insurance Services in Marshall, it's our family taking care of your family.
Viking Athletic Goods in the Marshall Square is your apparel headquarters for all your favorite teams. KC Chiefs, Mizzou Tigers, Missouri Valley Vikings, Marshall Owls, Slater Wildcats, Santa Fe Chiefs, and much more. Pullovers, hoodies, sweats, even socks with logos. Viking Athletic Goods also carries a nice selection of crazy socks. And for going to the games, you'll find the best stadium seats anywhere at Viking Athletic Goods on the Marshall Square.
Kick on field goal.
Yeah, you're going to be about a, 34-yarder. Might be a fake. Watch fake.
Longstreet will attempt the field goal of 39 yards from the left hash mark. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is short, and it didn't get there. And the Vikings hold. Longstreet tried the field goal. I don't know if someone got a hand on it, Joe, but that ball never got elevated. Looked like one of my tee shots and kind of a little duck hook, and it never got there.
But your tee shots get more roll than that kick did. I'm kind of surprised they went for it. That would have been a pretty long field goal, and I don't know, they had, 4 yards to go. I thought maybe the Eagles would try it, but I'm glad they missed the field goal, so Vikes get it 1st and 10. They'll set up shop at their own 20, just underway here in the fourth quarter. The Vikings with the only score of the second half, a 3-yard touchdown run by Jakari Johnson, and they lead at 28-21.
Well, that was a big stop because after that long kick return by Honore, the Viking defense turned them away. So first down at the 20 after the missed field goal attempt.
This defense has done a good job all afternoon.
They really have. Now let's see if the Vikings can sustain an early fourth quarter drive. They hand it off for a yard. That's it to Hawkins.
Yeah, not much running room there. Elliott tried to find a seam, but not much place to go there. So let's give him a gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Just underway in the fourth quarter. Lime Cooler Insurance Services, Tyler Civic Center Marshall, Peak Sport and Spine, Marshall, Sedalia, Fayette, and Viking Athletic Goods all with us on the broadcast. 1:30 next Saturday for our pregame show for the homecoming game against Avila. Second down, and Middleton's going to roll. He's going to throw to the sideline and skips that one in front of Dorian Stenard. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Middleton whacked down that time right after he let go of the ball by linebacker Kyle Livingston, and Travis had to throw that one quicker than he wanted to. So the thing the Vikings don't want to do, they don't want to give that ball right back to the Eagles offense. So let's see if we can pick up a first down, but it's going to take a 9-yard gain at least to do it.
28-21, Valley with a lead. Now Stenard goes wide to the left side. 2 wide receivers to the right. One of those in the slot is Jakari Johnson. Hawkins stays in as a running back. Here come the Eagles. They hand it off to Hawkins. Big hole. Hawkins across the 35. Sidesteps a tackler, and he's spun down, but not before he gets to the Viking 47-yard line. Big gain and a first down for Elliott Hawkins.
Nice call that time by the Vikings. Hawkins had a big hole. Good play fake by Middleton. DeMonte Bellinger, the sophomore defensive back there, makes the stop, but not until Hawk gets it all the way out to about the 46-yard line. So takes the Vikes out of the hole.
Yeah, that was a big play. You're right, Joe. Sometimes a 3rd down and long, a running play is just what you need. And Hawkins with a nice run and give those guys up front. They opened up the hole, and Hawkins knew what to do with it. First down at the 47-yard line. 13:55 to go. Valley up 28-21. Trips to the right side. Now flag and movement.
Vikings on the line.
And that might be Troy Jones. And I think it's on Jones the center. I think Troy may be playing center now. It's first down and 15. That's really the first mistake of the second half for Valley.
Well, need to take this one down and score. A 2-touchdown lead here would look good.
First down and 15. As the Vikings trying to make up that 10-yard and penalty, or that 5 yards in penalty right there. Middleton turns. Little throw over to Jakari Johnson, makes the catch, breaks one tackle. Jakari stays on his feet, fumbles the football, and it is picked up by CMU. Can you believe it? That's the 7th Viking turnover.
The Vikings had a first down at the CMU 42-yard line, another turnover. That's 7 turnovers.
Jakari's shaken up, I think. Jakari Johnson on the ground.
You just can't win football games turnover. He lost that one as he was shaken up, so Jakari is still down. He was hit pretty hard. 13:20 to go.
That's about the first time I can remember Jakari fumbling this year, though. He's been pretty sure-handed most of the time.
In the baseball, bottom of the third, Blue Jays lead your Royals 1-0, Joe.
Yeah.
Now, in 2 weeks, am I going to be able to sit in this booth? Well, I've got a Cubs fan and a Royals fan here.
Yeah, you can sit here.
We may have to move you and Chaz apart in a couple of weeks.
Chaz and I might spar a little bit, but we will not hurt. I guarantee you we will not hurt each other.
Let's take a quick timeout as they take a look at Jakari Johnson. The Vikings have turned it over again. 7 turnovers in this game now. They still have the lead, 28-21. We're back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
We cannot.
It's time to man up with Massey.
I have to say, Massey opened my eyes.
Drive the tractors that are pulling ahead. Powerful and efficient. This CVT is made to be driven, so drive it. And remember, Massey Ferguson is building tractors in North America, in Jackson, Minnesota, making the kind of machines that farmers need, the kind of machines that can do it all.
This isn't your daddy's Massey Ferguson.
Learn more today at manupwithmassey.com.
Or man up today at Barenberg Implement in Higginsville.
Oh, boy, Jakari Johnson very slow as they're helping him off, and you can really ill afford to lose him. He's putting no pressure at all on that left leg. 13:20 to go. And I don't know if he planted wrong or whatever. Well, let's take a look at the replay if we can. We're watching the replay on live stream. Jakari's starting to walk off now. It looked like a little spin move. He was trying to, a little bit of a spin move there. And just may have stepped wrong and went down. But, boy, he fumbled that ball again. And that's 7 turnovers for the Vikings. Just incredible. So, let's see if the defense can do it again, Joe.
7 turnovers, and we're still ahead.
That's something. That's hard to believe. First down for the Eagles as the Viking defense on that field again. We're early fourth quarter, 28-21. Bedford will take the snap, back pedal, rushes on. He steps up, throws. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Williams. And there was some contact out
Mike's
there.
Mike's got a break. That could have been pass interference on Kobe Lowe. I think Kobe bumped Williams a little bit before the ball got there. No call. Pretty good coverage by Kobe, but a little bit of contact. So Mike's dodged the bullet there.
Let's see if we can't keep the heat on Mr. Bedford here. I agree with you. I think if I'd have seen a flag there, I would not have been able to complain. There was some contact. Once again, Lowe against Williams, one-on-one out here at the on the left side. They're going to run it instead. There's Steinkamp, and there's not much there. It's be third down. Yeah. Got to the midfield, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, good job in the interior by the Vikings. And Jake King got there. Nate Higgins, the defensive lineman out of St. Louis, a 6'4 sophomore, 257-pounder there to make the hit. Very short gain, so let's call it 3rd down and 9. So let's see if the D can make a stop. Ball right on the 50-yard line.
Crowd trying to get into it, under 13 minutes to go. They send trips to the left. That's the way they want to go with the pass. It is dropped by Williams. He had it at the Viking 45, tried to run before he caught it, dropped the ball, and the punting unit will come on. So the defense forces a 3-and-out. I don't know if he gets the first down, Joe. He was surrounded by defenders.
I don't think he would have made it, but I think it would have been 4th and about 2 or 3. I think it would have set the Eagles up to maybe try to go for first down on 4th down, but now they'll have to kick it away. 12:35 left in the game. The Vikings clinging to a 1-touchdown lead, 28-21 here at home.
Now with Johnson out, you have Fuentes and Turk back deep. And Turk's going to grab this punt at the 8. He reverses his field, nowhere to go, and he's going down at about right at the 8-yard line. Good coverage by the Eagles.
Good sign, though. I see Jakari Johnson walking around much better on the sideline. and he's starting to put his helmet back on.
Yeah, he's
so
coming
I think
in.
maybe he's okay. I thought maybe he had a bad ankle, a bad knee or something, but he's got the helmet strapped on. He's heading back out on the field, I believe.
They don't say as much to you when you fumble the ball if you lay on the field for a while.
That's
maybe,
right.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're exactly right. I've seen that a bunch of times.
All right, so the Eagles have to punt, but for them it's probably not the worst thing because the Vikings have been turnover prone, and the ball is back here at this 8-yard line. So let's see if Valley can get out of this hole here.
Guys, no mistake. It's Wildcat. They're going to run the Wildcat again.
Wildcat from the 8-yard line. And let's see how CMU handles this. And now we have a timeout. Delay of game.
Well,
man.
Okay.
How many mistakes can this team make?
If you just joined us, the Vikes have turned the ball over 7 times in the game, fumbled 4 times, 3 pass interceptions, but yet they lead 28-21 with 12:23 left to play in the game.
And now a penalty makes it 1st and 14 from about the 4-yard line. Fuentes out of the Wildcat, waits for the snap, takes it, runs to his left, gets a block, turns the corner, stays on his feet. Whoa, is he hit hard across the 10, but he picks up the penalty yards plus about 3 more. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
I think that was Christopher Collins that whacked him down. He's the 220-pound senior linebacker. And boy, Rick took a shot there. Held on to the ball, though. Got a nice gain on the play, so now it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd down looks like about 6.
Again, staying in that Wildcat are the Vikings. Now they need to get to the 19 to pick up a 1st down. And now the little shuttle pass up the middle. They get it to Johnson. Johnson's free on the sideline to the 30. He's to the 40. He breaks another tackle. He's all the way to midfield, all the way down to the CMU 45-yard line. Goes Jakari Johnson.
Jakari Johnson is okay. Now starts to limp a little bit as he's going to come off the sideline. Looks like maybe aggravated that knee or ankle again, but he showed pretty good breakaway speed that time.
Now there is a flag down, and this may be against one of the CMU Eagles. Turk and one of the CMU Eagles after the play were kind of engaged a little bit. Turk turned and ran away from the play, and then one of the Eagles said something. The flag was thrown, and that may be Logan Rolls.
Now Martin Washington, he's a running back. He's a 204-pound senior out of Houston, Texas. Checks into the Viking lineup, I believe, for the first time this afternoon. And let's see what the call is. I'm not sure they...
Offsetting. Okay, 10 and 25.
Yeah, offsetting penalties. Okay, we'll take the 1st down.
Take the 1st down at the 45-yard line.
11:45.
One of the officials has a towel out there. Might have got hit on that last play as the trainers are out working. Is that the umpire? The umpire of this officiating crew. So that's why there's a stoppage in play here. But it'll be 1st down at the 45-yard line for the Vikings as they get out of that hole.
Well, let's see. Will the Vikes stay with the Wildcat? It looks like they're going to. They've got Fuentes, Washington. Is that Nigel Dahl? I'm not sure. Is that Hawkins on the left side?
I think Hawkins on the left side of it. It is. And they have the ball at the CMU 45-yard line. The shuttle has worked. Now here comes Fuentes. He turns the corner. Fuentes spins, stays on his feet, hit hard, but he gets 11 yards down to the 34-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley at the CMU 34, 11:29 to go. Now Middleton comes back in.
Cameron Green, the 275-pound defensive linebacker out of Raymore, there to make the stop. Nice block by Nigel Dahl that time. Dahl kind of threw a block that helped spring Rick Fuentes for a few more yards. So Rick Fuentes has had some very positive yards. Now the Vikes will go back to their traditional offense.
34-yard line, 1st down and 10. And they give it to Middleton in trouble. He gets by one tackler and gets about a yard and hangs onto the football.
He tucked her and ran.
Yeah, and he went down, and I like that move, Joe. There's no need to try that extra yard and have that ball out there where someone can hit it.
It's 2nd down and 9 with 10:52 to go.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of time left in this game. Vikes need to cash in and get some points. Would really like to make this a 2-possession game during this series.
Yep. Somehow a 2-possession game. You feel good about the defense in that regard, but just a 1-touchdown game with big play receivers, and now down to 8 on the clock, and the Vikings again. Problem getting the snap off, and they're not going to get the snap off. Another offensive mistake. And this
timeout.
This Viking, the offense really has had a lot of problems today, and they have to use a timeout.
Wildcats, still some confusion. Have not run it that much this year, so trying to get it right. So I'm glad they took the timeout instead of getting the delay game down here.
I agree with you. 10:23 to go, 28-21. Valley with the lead. Back in 30 seconds.
Missouri Valley College, where it's always a great day to be a Viking.
It's a great day to be in a class where the professor knows your name, or meet someone from another country.
Great day to be challenged by one of our 40 academic programs. Get involved and make an impact.
Make today a great day. Check us out online at moval.edu. Missouri Valley College. It's a great day to be a Viking.
(28-21), Valley with the lead, clinging to a 1-touchdown lead, but driving what they hope will be at least a 2-score game after this possession. Vikings staying in the Wildcat, 2nd down and 9. Now they have Middleton as a wide receiver off here to the right side.
Yeah, I don't know what this is going to involve, but we'll see.
And Stannard is lined up to the left. Mikkel Johnson is behind the 3 running backs. 2nd down and 9. Fuentes waits for the snap, gets it, and again that shovel pass inside that's good for a couple of yards, and it'll be 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah,
that was Darian Turk who caught that one.
Nice tackle that time by linebacker Kyle Livingston. He was there to blow that one up. Turk didn't get much. That shuttle pass has worked pretty well most of the afternoon, but that time Livingston stayed at home and made a short gain out of it. So a big 3rd down play right here. Vikes need to convert here. They've got the ball inside of the 35-yard line, about the 31.
Under 10 minutes to go now. 28-21 Valley. And again, the Vikings personnel is not out there, and Siobhan Richardson has to hustle out onto the field. They're going to keep it up the middle. Hawkins, big hole. Hawkins inside the 15 to the 10, and he is down at about the 8-yard line. That's the 2nd or 3rd time this half on 3rd and long the Vikings will run the football.
That's a big play. Going to be another big game. I'm trying to look at Elliott Hawkins, see what he had in the first half. He had that big 61-yard touchdown run. He had a nice gain right there, and so Elliott having another big game on offense. He had 73 yards in the first half.
Now a penalty on the Vikings as another procedure call.
Wow.
1st and goal at the 7. Now it's 1st and goal from the 12.
Zavon Moore, I think the big right tackle moved that time.
Well, you want points out of this drive. You'd love to have a touchdown, but you do need some points. Make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, two-possession game with this defense, you'd start not to feel good, but feel fairly comfortable.
No mistakes here. 1st and goal from the 12. And they'll keep it on the ground to Hawkins, right up the middle. Hawkins gets back to the original line of scrimmage plus a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. Good job, from the 7. Good job by Elliott. Joe, I think I'd keep it pretty conservative here.
Well, you like to do 2 things. You want to get points. You want to eat as much time as you can down here deep in the zone.
2nd and goal from the 7. Once again, they hand it off to Hawkins. Good spin move. He gets the corner, and there's a couple flags down as Hawkins goes down at the 8-yard line, but 2 flags are down as well. It's either going to be a face mask or a hold.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. I think they might call... If they call a hold, I think it could be on Maurice Anglin.
I do
sure.
too.
I think Maurice maybe had his arms wrapped around. I'm not sure what the call is. We'll see.
Well, still no indication, but that's going to be the call.
They're hidden. Yeah, they call it on Maurice Anglin. I thought that's what the call was going to be.
Well, when the Vikings win this game, Joe,
we're going to disprove all the theories of turnovers and penalties.
Yep.
You can't win if you do this. You can't win if you do this. We're going to say, oh, yes, I remember one time in 2015.
If you'd have told me 2 hours ago we're going to turn the ball over 7 times, I would think, oh, no.
And have 50-plus yards in penalties.
Yep.
Second down and goal from – there's a middle screen to Anglin, and he gets it down to the 12-yard line. That's a good safe play. So it's going to be third down and goal with 8:21 to go. Anglin made the catch.
Man, Anglin and big Malik Burnley had a few words there, but nothing bad. Anglin got the pass, so a big third down play right now. The Vikes have to score. It's third down and goal. Ball's in outside the 10, about the 12-yard line, 13-yard line.
8 minutes to go, and the clock winds under 8 minutes. Third and goal from the 12-yard line. And here's the pass. They get it to Darian Stenard, and he gets into the end zone. Dorian Stenard makes the catch at the 5, jukes one defender, and gets into the right corner of the end zone. What a big score for the Vikings. Dorian Stenard.
Nice call that time, Stenard. A little bit of an out pattern, had an isolation play, one-on-one with a defensive back. Middleton put the ball right there, and Stenard juked to the outside, got into the end zone. That's a big one right there. With 7:49 left to play, Vikes up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's his 6th touchdown catch of the year. Low snap, but McDaniel gets it down, and Villanueva puts it through. So 34-21, the Vikings have scored all 14 of the points that have been scored here in the second half. And Dorian Stenard gets it. 7:49 to go, 35-21. We're coming right back on the Viking Sports Network.
It's holiday season and Jennings Premium Meats is excited. Serve the freshest meat on your dinner table with our award-winning hams and turkeys, our custom-cut steaks and chops. If you love meat, you'll love Jennings, we guarantee. Our gift baskets make a great gift for the meat lovers on your giving list. We'll custom make, or you can select from a wide selection in our retail shop. Find out more about Jennings Premium Meats in New Franklin at JenningsPremiumMeats.com. We accept credit cards and EBT.
Nice drive by the Vikings, and Joe, that was a long drive. That drive started, remember, after the penalty, back at about the 8-yard line. So nice 92-yard drive.
Yeah, that was a very nice drive, and a very nice play to get that touchdown. The pass from Middleton to Stenard, then Dorian ran well with the ball after the catch. So that's just what the Vikings needed. Needed to go up by 2 scores, and now they lead at 35-21. Defense has been playing pretty well all day. Let's see if we can turn the Eagles away one more time.
Well, the last time we had a kickoff, a very nice return by Keenan Honore. Villanueva, who just booted that extra point, and sends this one Honore's way. Now it's going to be taken at the 30-yard line, out across the 35. Good return, up the sideline to the 40, and down to the Viking 35-yard line goes Brandon Justin, so here they come again.
Well, the Vikings must have had a penalty on that extra point because they had to kick off deep in their own territory. That automatically gave them good field position. Then Honore makes a nice return. Dayton Esimone finally wraps him up and brings him down, but not to Honore, gets the ball all the way down, looks like to about the Viking 33-yard line. So, boy, just when you think you have this team buried, they get up off the mat and come up with a big play.
On the KMMO FM this afternoon, end of 4 innings, Toronto leads Kansas City 1-0. And after this game, we'll go to Athens, Georgia for Mizzou and Georgia on KMMO AM. First down at the 34-yard line for the Eagles. They're down by 2 touchdowns now, and they want to throw. Bedford throws a screen. It's almost intercepted. Oh, man. Getting those big paws up there with Zach Nunn, and he almost had an INT.
I think that time Central Methodist tried to set up the screen because there was a jailhouse break by the Vikes coming in on that pass rush, and Zach Nunn got that big paw up and swatted that ball away. Now trotting off on the sideline right now for the Vikings is Jeff Desir. I don't know if Jeff twisted a knee or an ankle, but he comes limping off, so he's being tended to by the training staff.
Second down and 10 from the 34. Bedford back to throw again over the middle. The catch is made right over the top of the official. The umpire was right in the way And Josh Halsey went up over the umpire, made the catch, and then tumbled down at the 25. Everyone's laughing about it, but on the CMU sideline, they're thinking, hey, get out of the way.
That's one of the better tackles of the day by the Vikings. If that umpire hadn't been there, that would have been about a 15, 20-yard gain, but that time the receivers, both knees were on the back of the umpire, and he flipped him up in the air, so way to help us out, Zebra.
3rd down and 2. Into the power I go the Eagles, and they may have the first down. They got to the 23, and I think that is enough for a first down. It is. So CMU coming right back, trailing by the score of 35-21. They have it 1st down and 10 at the Viking 22, and they need a touchdown on this drive. 6:48 to go.
Yeah, say under that 7-minute mark. So the Vikes, if we can get a stop right here, you've got to feel like the Vikes will be in pretty good shape. But CMU knocking at the door once again. They've spent quite a bit of the second half in Viking territory.
1st down, 22-yard line after another very nice kick return. Bedford takes the snap, backpedals, rushes on. He throws over the middle, incomplete. Oh, man. They tried to throw that one over the middle, and Jacob King did put a shot on Ryan Coons.
That's what they call the old sandwich. Coons was sandwiched in between Jacob King and Elliott Suter, and they each hit him from one side. And, boy, that was nice defensive play that time by the Vikings. So a big second down and 10 coming up.
Boy, did King came in and a good job. Led with the shoulder, did not lead with the helmet. 2nd down and 10 from the 22. Stops the clock. 6:22 to go. In motion for the Eagles is Brandon Harrison. Back to throw is Bedford. Rolls, throws, man open inside the 10, and that is the motion man in Brandon Harrison. The Vikings lost him, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, Harrison wide open that time down the right sideline, so Bedford gets a big throw when he needs it down nearing the 6-minute mark in the game, and Vikes 2-touchdown lead in jeopardy right now as CMU inside of the 5.
Ball at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Well, you thought the Vikings were in good shape, that 2-touchdown lead, but here come the Eagles. 1st and goal, 4-yard line. And on the 1st down play, they run it right up the middle, get down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down to go. I think that was Steinkamp. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, need a stop here.
Boy, that ball is at the 1-yard line. Eagles try to score here. They have plenty of time if they can get it in. The ball is actually inside the 1-yard line. Under center is Bedford. He will turn, hand it off, and I don't think they got there. It's close. Touchdown, they did get it. Edward Bernard, the Vikings guessed the play properly, but Bernard was able to get in there. Touchdown.
Yeah, Central Methodist right back in the game with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. It's a 1-score game once again.
And will they go for, they'll go for the extra point here. Longstreet will be in to kick it. Well, the penalty, if there was a penalty on that extra point, that was the big play there, gave them great field position. So it's 35-27, and Longstreet attempting the extra point here.
There's flag.
Another flag is down. Let's see who this is on.
That's on. The Central Methodist is clapping. And
my goodness. Unsportsmanlike penalty on the Viking defense. And if that's going to be, I guess it's on the play. Now the Eagles may decide to go for 2 here.
Well, you could. And if they do that, they could make it a 6-point game.
See, the penalty is going to be enforced on the kickoff, and all of a sudden that's going to put the Vikings deep in their own end. That's Hollins White. He was mad about something, and he got penalized for it. Right. Another penalty you just don't need.
Nope.
Extra point attempt is missed.
They missed it.
Wow.
Yeah, bad exchange right there. The handler had trouble. The holder had trouble getting a handle on the ball. And a big break for the Vikings there. It'll stay 35-27, an 8-point game.
8-point game. So, but again, just a penalty that you don't need. And I saw Hollins White. He was upset about something, but you just can't do that.
When you're upset like that, you go home and take it out on your pillow or something else.
Or come off the sideline and you yell at your teammate or something. But boy, now all of a sudden they can think about an onside kick or just about anything on this kickoff after yet another penalty on the Vikings.
But and that missed extra point was huge, 35-27.
Well, you thought at the time, you're right, with getting half the distance to the goal line, you're thinking maybe Central Methodist is going to take a whack at it for a 2-point conversion right there. They tried to go for the one and missed it. So Vikes dodged another bullet. But again, it's going to be I guess they said the kick would be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, so the kick from midfield. You can kick it out of the end zone, give the ball the 25-yard line, or you can try an onside kick here. The Vikings have to be ready for that.
And this is the second time they've kicked off from the 50 in this game.
I would not be surprised to see an onside kick here.
Well, you don't really lose that much if you fail.
Nope. So here we go. Jason Carr to kick it off, and he's going to kick it deep. And the Vikings will let this one go out of the end zone, take over at the 25-yard line. So it's a 8-point game, 35-27, 5:20 to go. Valley needs 2 or 3 first downs, and they could wrap up this game, but it's a long ways from being over.
Yeah, give these Eagles credit. They were down at one time 21-7. They claw back and tie it up 21-21 by halftime. They're down 35-21 in the just minutes ago, but then they take advantage of the big kickoff return, take the ball in and score, make it a one-possession game. So these Eagles aren't going to go away.
Vikings are coming out in that Wildcat.
Well, this would be a good drive, a ball possession drive.
Wouldn't that
get
be
the
sweet?
Running game together, this would be a good time to do that.
Wouldn't that be sweet? From the 25-yard line, 5:20 to go. Plenty of time in this football game. And on first down, they give it off to Fuentes. He tries to turn the corner, gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And I don't think the Eagles, they've seen this, they've practiced against it, and it'll be second down. But I know what Coach Stroth is thinking. Let's take some time off this clock here. We have an 8-point lead.
Well, the bad thing about it, I think Rick Fuentes went out of bounds on that play, so the clock is stopped.
Second down and 9.
No, that's clicking. I guess he didn't.
Second down and 9. 5 minutes to go. Valley up by 8. Again, running the Wildcat. Play clock down to 14. The ball is at the 26-yard line. They'll run it to the right. Ooh, Fuentes hung on to that ball, and fortunate he didn't try to pitch that one. He was wrapped up by Matt Harmon. It's going to be 3rd and 10, and now Middleton comes in to probably throw a pass here on 3rd down. The Vikings already have 7 turnovers in this game.
Yeah, we've called Matt Harmon's name quite a bit this afternoon. He's the senior linebacker out of Kansas City. He made a nice stop on Fuentes that time. So a big 3rd and 10, big play for the Vikings here. 4.5 minutes left in the game. Want to keep this possession alive if we can.
And they'll work out of the shotgun, and Middleton in trouble. Rolls to his left, going to keep it. He tries to break a tackle and can't, and it's a punting situation coming up.
Nice tackle that time by linebacker Christopher Collins as he dumps Middleton.
Now another flag is thrown. Let's see who this one is on.
Ooh.
If it's on CMU, the Vikings will get a first down.
A couple of Vikings are clapping right now.
Tell you what, Mike Davis was engaged with one of the Eagles, and Mike Davis was right on top of him, Joe, and as he got up, the player didn't like it, and he kind of shoved it, and that's what the official saw. But Mike Davis wasn't innocent, but he got away with his part, and all of a sudden it's an automatic first down.
That is a back-breaking play for Central Methodist. They had the Vikings stop. Missouri Valley was going to have to kick from deep in their own territory as it is. With a 15-yard walk-off, the Vikes will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 4 minutes left to play. What a break for the Vikings.
A lot of chipping going on out there. The Vikings just need a couple of first downs. You're right, that is a huge, huge, huge penalty. First down at their own 40-yard line. Clock now will wind down under 4. 7 on the play clock as the Vikings will take the clock all the way down. And they'll hand it off to Hawkins. Elliott hit right at the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up.
And I'm not sure, look at the clock. I don't know how many timeouts Central Methodist have left. I know they've used 1.
I know they used at least 1.
Yeah.
You need a first down here. First down. You watch on the penalty, you see that Davis and one of the players were engaged, and as Davis got up, the CMU player kind of did a little shove, and he got caught. Second down and 10.
Cool heads have to prevail, especially in the fourth quarter.
3:12 to go. Down to 6 on the play clock. as, again, they'll hand it off to Elliott. Again, running right up the middle. Elliott breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he gets out to the 47-yard line. Now a manageable 3rd down and 2 coming up for Valley. They have to get to midfield.
That was all on second effort that time by Elliott Hawkins. He spun and fought off about 3 tackles that time on that run, and that's a gain of about 7 on the play. So 3rd down and 3. Let's see if the Vikes can convert. They're very close to midfield. 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
3rd down, left hash mark. Eagles anticipating run, 2:30 to go. If they don't make it, the Eagles can call a timeout, or they'll get the ball back with about 3. But here's Hawkins to the outside to midfield. Hawkins has a 1st down, but there's 2 flags down. There'll be a hold. And Zavon Moore going to be called for a hold. He had the 1st down at the 35-yard line, but there were 2 flags thrown. So it's going to be a holding call on the Vikings, and it'll be 3rd down and about 13.
You know, another very critical penalty because Hawkins had that, but it could have been maybe the hold by Zavon's what sprung him. I'm not sure, but that was a nice run, nice 3rd down play, but it's all going to come back.
Well, do you throw it here, Joe? Do you run it and tell your defense to stop in one time?
I think I try that shuttle pass again. That's a very safe pass, something maybe will catch them off guard. Let's see.
Middleton's already thrown 2 pick sixes. You just really get leery with all these turnovers, 7 turnovers. 2:13 to go. Hawkins had the 1st down, which would have almost sealed the game, but a holding call. So now it is 3rd down, and the clock is moving. They can take it down to the 2-minute mark before they snap the ball, and they will. And here's the shovel pass to Hawkins. Breaks the tackle, breaks another one. Elliott gets out to the 48-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and about 3, and now CMU will use a timeout.
Yeah, we need a good kick from Villanueva right now. Hawks going to be about, like you said, about 3 yards short of the 1st down, so we're down under 2 minutes to play. So let's see if Villanueva can boom one fairly deep, make the Eagles drive a long way.
I believe the Eagles only have the 1 timeout remaining. I know they only have at least 1 timeout remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Viking Sports Network, Vikes up 35-27.
Young athletes often run the risk of strain or injury. It's good to know that Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services is on your team. Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services provides outpatient physical therapy, many highly specialized certified techniques designed to put athletes back at the top of their game. So when your doctor prescribes outpatient physical therapy, remember Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services is close by for adult, pediatric, and athletic physical rehabilitation. Learn more at fitzgibbon.org.
Well, a timeout taken by CMU. A minute 52 to go, 35-27. And soccer coming up afterward on the live stream as both William Penn teams will be here at 6 and 8. Chaz Matty tells me I need to go get the portable heater for tonight's game.
I would love to stay with you guys, but I've got a curfew. I'm going to have to get home, and I'd love to stay with you. But
Joe, you and I have traveled all over the Midwest together. If you would call your lovely wife Candy and say, "I'll be home late, but I've got to," the Vikings are going to hustle out here and they're going to try to quick punt it. Now they'll settle in. Here comes the rush. Kick is away.
Nice
Villanueva,
nice job.
And it's going to be taken. Oh, yeah. Immediately knock Honore down at the 12-yard line.
I think that was Brandon Plummer, Brandon, the Marshall High School product. There were a couple of guys down there, but I think Brandon Plummer, the first one to get down there and make contact, that was a big-time play.
Now they have to go a long ways with only 1 timeout. Well, I was saying, if you called your lovely bride, Candy, and said, "I will be home later, but I'm going to do for the first time in my life, broadcast a couple soccer matches," I think we'd have a problem.
I probably could get away with it, except for the fact that Thursday was our 21st wedding anniversary, and I've got some things I promised for tonight. So
there you go.
I'd love to stay with you and Chaz, but I'll see you next week.
All right. Homecoming will be on the air at 1:30. Well, let's get this thing done here. 1:44 to go. Only 1 timeout for CMU, I think. I know they've used 2 of them. They may have used all 3. I don't have that on the board. But they're at their own 12-yard line, a long way to go to tie this game. Bedford rolls. He throws. He completes it, and they quickly get out of bounds, and that is Adam Weiland, the tight end, who's just had a huge,
huge afternoon. Takes it out to the 25.
I'm not sure how many catches Weiland has in this game. Let's see. I can tell you what he's had in the first half. I know he's had a bunch here in the second half. He caught only caught one pass in the first half, but he's caught 4 or 5 here in the second half.
And got out of bounds, so smart play there. First down, 25-yard line. They want to throw again. Vikings need a sack, and they almost had it. The ball is thrown away. They almost have Bedford. He got away and threw it out of bounds, threw it all the way across the field, but threw it out. Now a flag is thrown, and they may call this. Are they going to call this intentional grounding?
Ricky Williams almost got to Bedford. And
holding on the defense.
Wow.
So one of the Vikings caught for a holding. And all of a sudden, the 12-yard line gets the ball all the way out to the 35.
Minute 32 left to play. Vikings clinging to an 8-point lead, but the ball, at the 35-yard line. So Bedford, he's got a gun, so you've got to really keep pressure on him.
First down at the 35-yard line. Vikings look like they want to play a little press coverage. Now they back off, and Bedford rolling to his right. He throws. It is caught by Williams all the way to midfield and out of bounds.
Bumped out of bounds by Jonathan Battle and Terrence Hollins-White over on the far side, but that's going to be enough for another first down. That's going to take the ball just across the 50-yard line. 1:26 left to play.
They are making this look easy. Ball at the 49-yard line of Valley, and they have used very little time. 1:26 to go. First down from the Valley 49-yard line. Back to throw again is Bedford. They throw to the sideline and overthrows Steinkamp. Coming out of the backfield, has some pretty good pressure. Jacob King was right in the face of Bedford, but that pass just about really a yard from being caught by Steinkamp for a good gain.
Yeah, Jacob King put Bedford on the mat that time. A great rush that time. Is checking in for the Vikings now. Nate Higgins comes back into the lineup on that defensive end or defensive line position, but a big second down play. 1:21 left in the game.
Bedford back at his own 45-yard line, a 1:21 to go. So time is no problem right now. And Bedford wants to throw. The push comes up the middle. He steps up. He throws. It is caught by Williams. Williams breaks a tackle. He breaks another one. He's to the 15. He's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, CMU.
That's going to be a clip, I think.
There is a flag down.
I think Kobe Lowe got clipped, I believe. I think that's going to be the call. I'm not sure.
Wow, Williams takes it in for a touchdown. There is a flag down.
Somebody whacked Colby Lowe in the back. I don't know if that's going to be the call, but no, they say it's against the Vikings. Central Methodist clapping, so they're not going to call that.
No flag. They pick it up. Touchdown.
Ooh, Colby Lowe looked to me like, you can see it on the replay, it looked to me like he got whacked in the back on that play, but we'll see.
Wow, what a play by Williams. As we look at the replay, Williams making a nice job to get to the outside. And there's hard to see. But here comes the two-point conversion to tie the game with 1:09 to go. What an effort by CMU. Down by 2 touchdowns here, and they've scored. And Williams, we knew he was a big game player, and that was a big game catch.
Well, and Bradford did a good job stepping up in the pocket. Mike's had a good pass rush. He stepped up in the pocket, found the receiver. Let's get a stop here.
Well, here's the two-point conversion with 1:09 to go, and now a timeout has been taken by whom?
Central Methodist, I think.
Their last timeout. So they take their last timeout to talk about this two-point conversion. 1:09 to go. We're coming right back in 30 seconds. Viking Sports Network.
Are you looking for a way to boost the profit on your acres this season? Weber Seeds of Marshall is offering growers tremendous premiums for contract seed acres, as well as great low prices for any seed needs a grower could have. Large or small seed, forages, and a great variety of wildlife mixes. Give Weber Seeds a call today and let us help you put more profit in your pocket.
Grow the best with us, Weber Seeds.
Well, back and forth we go, and CMU, no timeouts remaining, so they'll have to get the two-point conversion. If they don't, they'll go for the onside kick. If they get the two-point conversion, we may see a little overtime this afternoon.
Yeah, 109 left to play, so Big play coming up right here. Vikings had a 2-touchdown lead earlier in this quarter, so give the Eagles credit.
Yeah.
They've battled back, scored the last 2 times they've had the ball, and here we go.
And don't be surprised if they try that running play to Steinkamp. Here we go. 2-point conversion for the tie. Under center is Bedford. He sends Williams. He rolls out. He's in trouble. He is hit. He is going down. And the Vikings have stopped the 2-point conversion. He had nobody open in the end zone. He was wrapped up. I see Kyronton Kilgore, one of those who got there. And now the onside kick will be coming up. Wow, what a big play. He rolled to his right, nobody open, and then the Viking pass rush got there, and we'll give Kilgore the sack. It's 35-33, and now here comes the onside kick.
Well, the defense steps up, makes a big play when they had to right there. Great job. And so now let's see, get your good hands, your all-state people out there, because you've got to secure this football. If the Vikes get it, they can probably run the clock out, because I think Central Methodist is out of timeout.
But you've got to get the football. And the way this game's going, Joe, that's not going to be the easiest thing to do.
It's not. Boy, it's been a dogfight all the way.
Oh, my.
The Vikings have been in control most of the way, but never could pull away from this Central Methodist team. And Eagles kept clawing back time after time and had a chance to tie it right there. I don't know why the officials picked up the flag. I thought Kobe Lowe got whacked in the back pretty good, and they called it and then picked the flags up. So there must have been something we didn't see. But nonetheless, Vikes come away with avoiding the 2-point conversion.
I will keep it right here. The Vikings, if they can get this onside kick, this game's going to be over.
And you've got, looks like about 11 receivers and going out on the field right now for the Vikings. And this is exactly what you need. You need your people with the best hands out there, and they're going to drop Dorian Stenard back deep. Everybody else is going to be right up in about 7 or 8 yards of each other, about 10 yards away from the kick.
Well, everything else has happened. Nothing would surprise me on this play here. So we'll just kind of wait
have to see. Somebody make a play, guys. Come on. They could try to drop that ball. There's a wide area right behind that second wave of receivers. Let's see what the Eagles try to do.
And now Vikings take a timeout. So the Vikings, we're going to see what they're going to do, and they take a timeout. The cat and mouse game continues. Let's take a 1-minute break on the Viking Sports Network.
At Wooden Houston Bank, we put family, farm, and community first. I'm Jason Price, commercial and ag lender with Wooden Houston Bank. I was born and raised in Marshall, taught agriculture education in Saline County for 13 years, and served as an FFA advisor. I'm passionate about the agriculture industry and all the success of those involved, either business or production, and am willing to assist you in making those sound business decisions to move your operation forward. Let's get together today, either in my office or yours. Wooden Houston Bank, where we've been serving farmers since 1874. Member FDIC.
Scrap metal can add up to some big dollars. It's Donna with the A&J Auto Salvage in Higginsville, and we're ready to pay you money for all types of things. Old cars to cans, iron to copper, brass to aluminum. We buy it all. Serving mid-Missouri for over 7 years. People say not only do we have great prices, they also like the personal service they get from our locally owned business. So if it's scrap you want to sell or a car part you need to buy, consider A&J Salvage in Higginsville. Just call 1-800-748-7634.
Well, here comes the onside kick from Longstreet. If the Vikes get it, game will be over. If not, interesting. Here's the kick. And now another timeout was called by Valley. What in the world's going on here? So another timeout was taken. Sometimes I think you can overthink these things.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's 2 in a row by the Vikings. They've seen something I guess they don't like, and Coach Paul Troth pacing up and down in front of the sideline there, on the sideline. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, they were going to, that time Longstreet was going to kick it to the right side, and I'm sure Jody Ford will change the plan here now. It's 35-33 Valley. The Vikings so far have been able to keep a lead with 7 turnovers and numerous penalties in this game. 2 pick sixes against them. But yet they have the lead, 35-33. Give CMU some credit, as every time they have been down by a couple touchdowns, they fought back. Okay, we can't take any more timeouts. They can't take any more timeouts. Let's play.
If you go back and told me again 2.5 hours ago you're going to turn the ball over 7 times but you're going to be ahead by 2 points, I'd be grinning from ear to ear. So
there we go. And now Longstreet will not do this kick. It's going to be Jason Carr. At least he's lining up to kick this onside kick with 1:09 to go. And he boots it. Oh, it was kicked twice. That ball was kicked twice. The Vikings have it anyway.
They can't do that.
And no one saw it. No one saw that. That ball was kicked twice.
Yeah, it was. It certainly was. They did. The kicker just rolled it off the tee. It didn't. The first kicker didn't kick it 2 yards.
I think now they did see it. I think they did see it now. Okay. So the Vikings will have it at the 41-yard line of CMU. The first Carr kicked it. He kicked it about 3 yards, and then Longstreet came by and kicked it again.
He yelled, "Everybody look up in the sky." Boom, I kicked it again.
But the officials saw it, and the Vikings will have the ball at the CMU 41. No timeouts remaining. So you'll have a couple of snaps, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. Clock will move on the snap. What a crazy football game.
Yeah, it really was. And it had a lot of things. Had three, if nothing else, had 3 pick-6 touchdowns in it. 2 by Central Methodist, 1 by the Vikings.
Well, not over yet. Let's get this snap. Now Middleton takes a knee, and Vikes will have to snap it one more time, and they're going to get out of here with a 35-33 victory. Wow.
Nothing's ever easy, is it?
Never, and this one was tough. And this year, this Viking team is going to be this way, Joe. They've got a lot of talent on this club, but it's just going to be tough each and every week. And today, 7 turnovers. And most teams, I don't care what level, 7 turnovers, you don't win football games.
And I still say, if we can cut out these mistakes, this could be a good football team.
Yes, it could. All right, down to 33 seconds. Middleton will take one final snap. He gets that snap, goes to a knee, and the Vikings are going to survive. 35-33 over CMU, surviving 7 turnovers, surviving 2 pick-6s, and numerous penalties, but Valley comes away with the win. 35-33, a botched extra point by CMU. Then they had to go for 2, and the Vikings got a sack, and that was the difference here. 35-33. We'll start the postgame show in 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Hello, this is Dr. Barbara Burns with AccuQuest Hearing Centers, encouraging you to schedule a free, no-obligation hearing evaluation today. Too often I see people putting off hearing evaluations for a variety of reasons. Maybe it's because you have a set of hearing aids sitting in a drawer that didn't work for you. Maybe you think hearing aids are too expensive. Maybe it's because you think people will think less of you. Whatever the reason, let AccuQuest help. We don't just sell hearing aids, we sell satisfaction, like a 30-day trial period, up to 3 years full-service warranty including loss and damage, free in-office repairs, cleanings, and adjustments for the life of the hearing aids, and a free annual diagnostic evaluation. We also offer no-interest payment plans, and our hearing aids can be so small they virtually go unnoticed. There simply is no good reason not to let AccuQuest help. You'll recover the life you're missing along with your hearing. Call AccuQuest Hearing Centers in Marshall and Sedalia at 831-5048 or 826-0180.
Again, 7 Viking turnovers, but Valley hangs on to win it by the score of 35-33. A botched extra point attempt. The score was 35-21. CMU scored, but a botched attempt at an extra point was the key there, and the Vikings had an 8-point lead. CMU got a touchdown from Jamal Williams, their big play receiver, late in the game with about 1:09 to go, but they had to go for 2, and the Vikings were able at that time to sack Bedford on the 2-point conversion. And the onside kick was recovered by the Vikings, and Valley hangs on to win this thing by the score of 35-33. So Vikings go 1-0 in the South, and they go to 4-3 overall. It wasn't pretty, but guess what? It is a W. And let's take a break. When we come back, hopefully we'll go down on the field, and Joe All will have Coach Paul Troth. The Vikes are 4-3, more importantly 1-0 in the South Division. We'll have more post-game, plus a look at some of the statistics in 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Love the speed of a zero-turn mower but want the steering of a tractor? Get the best of both with Toro's new Time Cutter SW zero-turn tractor. It combines the steering wheel and speed control pedal of a tractor with the maneuverability of a zero-turn, along with a hitch to pull yard care attachments. Get smart features and proven dependability with the new Toro Time Cutter SW zero-turn tractor. See Davis Lawn Equipment, 317 North Jefferson in Marshall.
Whirlpool equals quality, and Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service in Marshall is your one-stop Whirlpool headquarters. Whether you need a gas or electric range, Charlie's has just the one for you, with options like rapid preheat and steam clean. Time to replace the microwave? Once again, Charlie's has you covered. They carry microwaves for both the countertop and over the countertop. Charlie's also carries several models of dishwashers. Deliveries available as well as financing with approved credit. Charlie's Sales and Service at 450 West Boyd in Marshall, your Whirlpool headquarters.
Overcoming 7 turnovers, the Vikings win this one. Take a look at a couple of the statistics. The Vikings had 551 yards of total offense to 279 for CMU. Vikings had 299 yards rushing, 252 through the air. They held CMU to 86 on the ground, 190 through the air. Elliott Hawkins, 150 yards rushing. Jakari Johnson had 85, and Travis Middleton had 44 yards rushing. Middleton was 16 out of 23, but 3 interceptions. 2 of those were pick sixes, and 35-33 is our final score. If we can, let's go down to the field, and Joe's down there with Coach Baltroth.
Okay, well, the Vikings survived 35-33, and down on the field with Viking head coach Paul Troth. And, Coach, what a big play by your defense at the end. You stopped that 2-point conversion, come away with a 2-point win.
Yeah, you know, we just obviously happy we won, made enough plays to get it done today, but, you know, just a lot of things in there that just weren't very good. So, you know, just disappointing we didn't play a little bit better. But, you know, I am happy we won, of course, and you know, got to 1-0. So, you know, winning ugly is sometimes better than losing when you play pretty. So we'll take the win and try to learn from it.
I was going to say, if somebody had told you 2.5 hours ago you're going to turn the ball over 7 times, still come away with a win, I believe you would have felt pretty fortunate.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like I told our guys at halftime is poor. As much as we were giving it away in the first half and only be tied, I mean, it's like, you know, if we stop killing ourselves, we'll be all right. But we just made way too many mistakes. And you know, again, that unfortunately, that's been too much this year. So it's a problem. We're going to continue to work on it and get better.
I thought the big play of the game, you're tied 21-21 in the third quarter. Central Methodist down deep in your territory. Cedric O'Hara forces a big turnover. You get the ball, you go down and score. You never trail after that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, is we kind of gifted them a couple of things in the first half, and they were driving a little bit out of halftime, and that was a big play. Turned the momentum. We were able to score, and like you said, is fortunately we were able to ride it on out and get the win.
And the big story of the day, like you said, you're 1-0 in division play. This is the first game against your own division. Homecoming next week, Avila comes here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll get ready for them, and we don't have any easy games. Everybody's going to be a challenge, and we're going to have to find out a way to play better.
Okay, Coach, nice win over your rival. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, fellas. 35-33 Vikings win it. We'll wrap things up in a minute on the Viking Sports Network.
You can harvest some huge savings right now.
Am I done? You probably want to get to Mizzou, don't you?
Here at Elmer Hare Ford. Get yourself a 2015 Ford Focus with 0% interest for 72 months and $1,250 off in customer cash from Ford Motor Credit. 0% interest for 60 months on a 2016 Ford Fusion and an additional $2,000 in customer cash from Ford Credit. How about that? Put a new Ford in your driveway and money in your pocket. Elmer Hare Ford sales in Marshall, where you get a hair better deal every time.
Save energy and money at La Crosse Lumber in Marshall with Owens Corning Arctic Cat Expanding Insulation System. Featuring blown-in pink fiberglass insulation with Owens Corning, pink is green. Their insulation is eco-friendly, and La Crosse Lumber will let you use their machine for free. It will blow 1,000 square feet per hour. Owens Corning Arctic Cat Insulation. Bring in your measurements and get a free estimate today. It's only $35.95 per bag, and veterans get an additional 10% off. La Crosse Lumber, 152 West Morgan Street in Marshall.
Final score again, 35-33. Valley holds on to knock off CMU. Next week, it's homecoming. And the Avila Eagles will be in town. We'll be on the air on KMMO, Stretch Internet, live stream at 1:30. So join us for all the homecoming activities this coming weekend. 7 turnovers, but the Vikings hang on to win 35-33 over CMU to go to 4-3 and 1-0 in the South Division. For Joe All and for Chaz Maddie and the entire live stream crew, I'm Ken Quiava. On live stream, hang around. In about an hour, we're coming back with soccer. William Penn in town. Men's and women's soccer will have the doubleheader for you on Stretch Internet. Join us next Saturday for the homecoming game, and again, a homecoming game on KMMO. Mizzou coming up next on KMMO AM. The Royals down 3-0 now are on KMMO FM, and I'm Ken Quiava. So long from Greg Mitchell. Vikings win it 35-33.
Missouri Valley Vikings football.
Hey, you want to wrap or not?
Leader, KMMO.
You want to wrap or not?
By Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service. Missouri Valley.